come in, have a seat, kick back and relax, cause it's that time of the week. How's your day? Was it great? Well, it'll get better with Otalku Cafe. Nostalgia, let the memories bloom. All these stories in my head are gonna make me go boom. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah. Yeah. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah.
No, hold on. Gomawa.
Oh, you play it?
No, I had the thing.
Play it.
Yes,
Yeah.
everyone. Yes, everyone. We got affected with the. We got affected.
Yes. Yes, we did.
This deer came to our cafe, and then all this started happening.
Bro, it's like a bull in the china shop. It was a deer in the cafe shop.
Yeah. So, hello, guys, and welcome to the Pride Month edition of the Otalku Cafe.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Yes, that is right. We are here for that. I am Matt, and to join me, Ethan, how you doing?
Bro, so you
I
shared it, right? So you shared it, and I was like, "What the fuck did you share yesterday?" In the
yes,
group chat?
I was like making.
And then I finally, I was in bed, like just scrolling, and I was like, I'm gonna listen to it. So I listened to it, and I was like, oh. So I listened to it again, and I was like, this is really catchy. And then I saw the trailer, and I was like, this is really fucking stupid. And I looked at the trailer again, and I was like, it's so stupid, it looks like it'll be hilarious. And you know what I equivalated it to? I equivalated to your hype to when you and Chris, or Chris and Sean, or you and Sean will always talk about whatever anime, and it's just like stupidly funny that you enjoy. And I was like, I think it's about time I joined one of these bandwagons, because you all said you're gonna watch it. And I was like, all right, I put it in my list. And then this morning, I woke up and I listened to the song again, and I was like, oh, it's just so damn catchy. And then I read the news and saw that one of the anime that I was planning to watch during the summer got postponed to 2025. And I was like, oh, I have no regrets now, because this opened up a slot.
Yeah.
There we go. What, my dear friend Nanoka, I believe it is.
Nokotan.
Nokotan, yes, my dear friend Nokotan.
Yeah.
Dropping in July of 2023. So guess what, guys? Spoiler alert. It's on all our lists.
Yep. So we are here. We're here for it. I can't fucking wait. It's gonna be stupid, but
it's gonna be so fucking stupid. But you know what sold me, really? What the stupidity that sold me was the facial interactions, the facial expressions, and then at the end of the trailer, when she gives her a fucking deer antler, she's like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? She yeets it on top of the school gymnasium, and then just giant, like, Hiroshima style explosion happens. And I'm like, oh god, I gotta watch that live. Sold.
Well, I'm glad you're gonna be
in a better mood, clearly, compared to last week.
Yeah, no, you were very pissy. You were very pissy last week.
Yes, salty Ethan, for sure.
Yes. So hopefully we don't get that today.
No, not really. I mean, I'll talk about Vampire Diaries, and that'll piss me off, but not really to the degree that the bullshit that happened the previous week.
Right. Well, anyway, we got some news real quick. Some delays. Some announcements. Some 90-minute premieres happening. So we will get to that shortly. But yeah, speaking of that, it's a ReZero Season 3 coming out in October, and the first episode is going to be 90 minutes.
Ooh, you know, when you said ReZero, I don't know why I thought fucking what's it called? Code Geass. I don't know why that equated. It was like Code Geass, ReZero. 90 minutes though? Oh, so you know they're gonna start with the depression early.
Oh yeah, no, you kind of have to.
You've read the manga, right?
No.
You have not.
I have not. I have not read the light novel or anything. No.
Oh, Chris has.
No.
He hasn't? Wow, that's a shocker. You would think that would definitely be one that he
No, unless you mean a different Chris in our group in the Facebook group.
No, I was talking about our Chris.
No, I do not believe he has read it. No.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, I've been proven wrong. But nonetheless, ReZero, known for depression and sadness, second only to fucking Made in Abyss, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, so depression. I can't fucking wait.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Get your therapist on standby, huh?
Yep. Voice actress Eiko Masuyama passed away at the age of 89. She's known for voicing Fujiko from Lupin the Third, so she is the last original voice actor to pass away from the original voice crew.
Did she voice during the last iteration? I think it was a movie, was it, that you saw? Or an OVA?
No, she did a majority of the shows. Yeah,
you watched it in dub, though, right?
Both, sub and dub.
You watched them both? Okay.
Yeah, her last one was in 2010 for the TV special Last Job.
Damn, she was in her 70s.
Yeah.
No,
she's 89.
No, yeah, she was in her 70s. Early 70s.
Yeah. But sad, all the original crew is gone, so
Rip.
and all to friends, family, loved ones there.
She lived a good life.
Oh yeah, no.
Isn't that kind of young for a Japanese woman to die at 89? Statistically, it's not. I realize that. Statistically,
more like the average, but yeah.
Japanese men and Japanese women. I think Japanese women live the longest in the world, and Japanese men live like somewhere in the top 5 or 6 in terms of like male longevity. And it's deep in the 80s. You're looking at like 85, 86. I think like a woman's average is like somewhere between like 85 and 86, if I remember seeing the stat correctly a few months ago. And male average is like 83 or 84. It's pretty fucking high, all things considered. I think the only high place that I remember distinctly being ahead of Japan, and I think that was for males, was like Sweden or something. I was like, oh, okay.
That's interesting.
You're like, yeah, anyway, move on.
No, I do. I'm listening to you.
No,
We got the sequel to Batman Ninja. Batman Ninja against Yakuza League.
So Batman against the Yakuza.
Yakuza League, I guess, is their version of Justice League. I don't know. I'm interested. So
Yeah, I guess.
I enjoyed Ninja Batman. So
you know what's funny is like out of all the countries in the world, like I think Japan would be most suitable for the original Bruce Wayne story. Rich parents, they get killed, and then the guy becomes a NEET. Right? Is that like, it fits?
Right.
Fits the Japanese motif.
No, it does.
Yeah, now you think about it, right? Yeah.
Someone get on that. Make it a parody.
Do it.
Yeah, we will wait with bated breath.
Bro, if it happens, you know
where
they stole it from. I said if it happens, you know where they stole it from.
Oh yeah, no.
Time to get Stephen P. New on our phone.
Yeah, no. We'll go there ourselves.
Stephen P. New.
No, we'll do KyoAni style. Like, hey, this is a threat.
Cease and desist.
Yeah, if you don't, then it's going to be or else.
We need an NDA.
Yep. Better. This one is a delay. Sword of the Demon Hunter. Kijin Getu Show.
That's the one that I was going to watch that was on delay.
Yeah, delayed till 2025.
Big delay.
I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, something went awry in the what's it called? Production, clearly.
Yeah, and another one, Delico's Nursery is postponed till August.
It's a very odd time. unless it's like a short. If it's a full series, that's an odd time. If it's like a TV short, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. Yeah, it's got to go a little over if it's a 12 episode thing.
That's what I need. I need more TV shorts. Honestly, like watching a TV short is so nice because it's like what 12 minutes or less an episode. Like
Right.
when you skip the OP and ED, it's like 9 minutes, 10 minutes an episode. Like that's do it up, bro.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why, I did. That's one of the reasons why I tell people when they talk about ecchi anime, I always recommend Tawawa on a Wednesday, because of the fact.
Was it Tawawa on a Monday?
Oh, sorry, Tawawa on a Monday. Yeah. Tawawa on a Monday. Yeah, it's pretty ecchi. It's kind of cringe ecchi too, considering like the ages, but they're shorts. They're all like 10 minutes a piece. You can get through 2 seasons in like a day if you really like focus on only that. So, no complaints.
No, there's definitely no complaints. So hopefully we'll find one that catches our eye.
It's the problem is they don't really air. I don't think. Like a lot
Yeah,
of those.
I don't think anyone wants to license it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of difficult. I think just because Tawawa is so, I guess, popular in Japan, it is a fairly popular adaptation. So I think that's probably why it got that got. But nonetheless.
Also, a man commended for preventing a stabbing in Taiwan. He says it's what Himmel from Freedom would have done.
Wow. Yep. He may not have magic, but he always has options.
No, good for him.
That's crazy.
He's a hero, Himmel. So whoever you are, kudos to you.
Yusha-sama, omedetou gozaimasu.
Yes, Taiwan, number one.
Taiwan, Ichiban.
Exactly. We're banned in China.
Probably. Free Taiwan.
It will be. G Kids announced that they have acquired the theatrical and home entertainment rights to Dan the Dan.
Dun 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 dun.
The one that's gonna be on Netflix in October.
Cool.
So
theatrical, so, just gonna be some random play in Japan somewhere.
Yeah. And Anime Expo Studio Orange is going to give us news on Beastars, the next season of Trigun Stampede, and a brand new project. So we'll get that July 3rd. So
going backwards real quick. I wish Japan would bring like animated like theatrical performances like to the United States. Like, wouldn't that be fucking cool to see like Demon Slayer on Broadway, or see like?
You talking about the stage plays Japan does?
Yeah, like that would be great.
That would be nice.
Have Fruits Basket. I would love to see a Fruits Basket fucking play on
that. That I would be down with.
Dude, like that would be amazing. Something like that. Imagine JoJo.
Yeah,
JoJo on Broadway. That would be fucking phenomenal.
I think there is a stage play of JoJo's.
Yeah, bring it to the United States. Bring it to Broadway. I'm just saying, you have Harry Potter, you have like all these other like various like things. Why not have an anime play in the United States?
I think there would have to be a demand.
Oh, I'm sure if you fucking coincided with like Anime Expo or something, like you say, like what's it called, or Comic-Con, do it like around the times of a Comic-Con special, like 1 week event only, or something, 2-week event only, something like that. You would get a good fair bit, honestly.
Oh yeah, no.
Then, especially with theater is such a unique like chasm of American entertainment that there are like what's it called, like theater files. I don't know. There's probably a better term than that, or like an actual term that like you have cinephile. Like you got to be like like a theater file, like people that will go see every single play. Like my uncle. Like I always make it a habit when I go to New York. I always want to go to one off Broadway or Broadway play every time I visit New York without failure, because I enjoy performance. I enjoy theater. And like there are people that live a little bit. I get my Cody Rhodes on a little bit. Yeah. No, but in all seriousness, like my uncle will go. Like if as long as it's not like one of those like crazily in demand plays, he'll go and see the play. My cousins will do the same thing. They'll go with him to see the play, and like they've seen dozens upon dozens of plays since they've been in New York their whole lives, and that's just their That's their alley, and there's plenty of people that are like that. So even if you're just catering to a niche audience of anime fans with your anime theatrical performance, the principle of theater files in general will still get you some sort of command. You know what I'm saying? And then of course you're in New York, for example, if this were to happen in New York. So then you have like all your printouts in the daily news of like the latest and greatest in entertainment, like somewhere in like the New York Post or something like that, you know, and then go from there. You may get some traction. And then if you get enough traction, then you can take it to other places, Chicago, Los Angeles, Austin, like other high places of top end theater, you know? So
Right.
anyway, that's my spiel. Sorry.
Oh no, you're all good. It's always nice to hear. But no, again, there's the demand. I don't see why not. There's people have to actually go, hey. But they would also need to watch the stage plays in Japan to go, hey, this actually could be good.
I mean, you gotta think they do, because freaking what's it called? They make so damn many of them.
Yeah, they've been growing in popularity lately. So
yeah, they make so many of them. So I don't think that's a problem per se. You know,
right.
Mm.
But Nagatoro, it's gonna end in 3 more chapters.
Yeah, you're gonna get some.
Yeah,
probably, but
and our last one to top it off with, our Apothecary Diaries mangaka pleads guilty to tax evasion charges.
You know what? It's not cheating. It's not sexual assault. It's not grooming or like pedophilia. I'm okay with that.
That's right. Ufotable had like that tax thing when the Mugen movie came out.
And did it stop it?
No. Yeah, he just has to pay it. He has to pay 1.7 million or 260 million yen worth of income between 2019 2021.
How many? Is it 1.2 or is it
1.7 million?
1.7 million. That's
260 million yen.
1.7 million total.
Yep.
That's probably like less than $250,000. Hey Google.
No, I was at 1.7 American money.
Oh, $1.7 million.
Yeah, so that would be 260 million yen.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry, I didn't understand.
That's
yeah.
Damn, $1.7 million.
I do.
Damn, that's how much you made though on Apothecaries.
Well, that's the amount of tax you didn't pay for, and we just did not pay.
I thought mangakas don't get paid. That's fucking paid, bro.
Well, he didn't pay his tax.
I mean, he's going to jail because there ain't no way he's gonna pay that.
I think this has to pay what he owes, and they'll be fine.
If he owes $1.7 million, that's a lot of fucking money.
He'll be fine.
I don't know, brother. Might as well send him to the penal
colony. He better fucking figure it out.
Send him to the penal colony and give him some pen and paper. Let him write.
Yeah, go the Lawrence route for Spice and Wolf.
Yeah, here you go. Start begging.
Yep, start begging the other mangakas.
Yeah, get a girl that's illegal and make her a furry. Bring her with you.
And unfortunately, Which Made Love Songs episode 9 and 10 are delayed, so 2 weeks.
That's fucking wild too. Like that basically puts them.
Apparently, fans complain about the animation production quality
for like what, 1 frame. And I saw the 1 frame, and I'm like, okay, it's 1 frame.
They think they're slacking, so they're like cracking the whip and get back to work. So 2 weeks. Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
It's very ridiculous. I don't.
Does this go down on your list now because of this?
I mean, no. I'll have a fair place for it by the time we do our stuff anyway, if we're an episode behind.
I've got it fairly high right now, in all sincerity.
I got like in the middle.
I mean, it's a little bit above middle for me, but yeah.
No, let's have less stuff else bucks out to go down.
Let me ask you a spoiler question, but not a spoiler.
Okay.
Do you have Ninja in your top 10 right now?
No.
Mm.
Nah, it dropped.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just because that ending.
no, there was more to it. I'll get to when we get to like awards and stuff.
Sure. Sure.
Nah, like this again. It started great, and then there's a lot of issues near the middle to the end.
Yeah.
So, and because of that, while that has happened, his stuff got up. So it's like,
Yeah.
kick
I
it while it's
mean,
down.
I guess. I think my 11 through 13 are set. I honestly think my 13 is set. My 13 is set. 11, 12, and 13. I think unless something changes between 12 and 13, I think that's going to kind of stay where it is. And then there's just
my 13 are set, just not the order.
yeah, my 13 is set. 11 through 13 is one segment that is interchangeable. 10 through 7, maybe 6 are interchangeable, and then the top 5 are fairly interchangeable. I'm pretty confident my top 5 are what they are. I don't think number 1 is moving at all. So it just depends on what 2 through 5 do.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to all that. So,
Mm-hmm.
but let's get to some reviews.
Go ahead, Matt.
I know it's my turn.
Go ahead, Matt. You only got 5. I got 6.
Yeah. Girls Band Cry. This is a more of a Tomo focus episode. So rehearsals are going on. Nina wants to add a guitar to her act. And Momoka, she wanted like feedback on the songs, and she asked Tomo, and Tomo kind of gave like a half-ass thing. Because apparently in her old little group, she was so blunt with what she wants and all this that the other bandmates didn't like it. They didn't like honesty.
Oh, they don't like the truth.
Yeah, basically.
Lame.
So that's why Tomo doesn't always like to do that. But Rupa knows. Rupa try to help out Tomo because they're the only. I consider them a couple. I know they're not, but so like, all right. And of course it's summertime, so fucking ACs are broken. Nina's AC is broken. Goes to Tomo Rupa's place to borrow their AC, and she fucked it up by pushing the button. Says, "Do not push button to make it colder."
To make it hotter? Did it blow up?
Yeah, it blew up.
Ah, okay.
So they went to Subaru's house to take her AC, and Subaru's like, "I hold on, you planned this, didn't you?" Like, all right, 1 hour. So, oh yeah, transportation is gonna end by that time, so we're gonna stay here for the night.
Boo.
Yep, and of course Momoka came by, and she threw a fit because Tomo brought her pet snake because a snake needs a colder climate, can't survive out the AC basically.
It's a bitch ass snake. I'm just kidding.
But Moko's like got scared and said, like, "Get rid of the snake, get it out of here," even though it's not her house. Like, get it out. But that didn't happen. Nina is basically showing off her guitar practice to people. Asked Tomo what she really thought, like she had to her act, and then Tomo basically just told her, "No, you suck." Basically,
trash.
You suck with the guitar.
Too bad she's not.
Nina's like, "Okay," like not upset, just okay. So she's gonna to keep practicing, and Tomo doesn't like people like thinking that they're half-assing what they say they're doing. Like, oh, she'll probably get bored of it and just stop playing.
Sure.
But no, Nina keeps working on it. He's working hard at it. And then Tomo and Nina saw Tomo like at the park, and then Tomo's like, "It's very bad." It's like, "Yep, very bad." Like you're honest, cool, that's fine. I want that. We all want to get better. And how the episode ends is Tomoka like, "Hey, you asked for my opinion. These songs suck." And then Momoka's like, "I know. So let's get to work, basically." So we're gonna play better songs. They want to upgrade the ante for themselves. So that was the end episode there. New one I picked up. It was that hold on, I'll get the name of it. Dead Demons DDD Destruction.
Oh, you picked up another one.
Because there's
Oh,
only
now
two
we're
episodes.
interchangeable because you're at 5. I'm at then that makes it 6. D D
Well,
D.
that's the thing. It was only one episode, so
But it's starting as a new show.
basically, yeah.
Another odd time. What the fuck is with animated things being odd time now?
This is gonna be 18 episodes, so it'll end
At the end
with
of
the
summer.
rest in summer. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It was only episode 0 and then episode 1. I'm watching this in dub. It's a drama sci-fi. It follows the. Hold on. It follows the Koyama family. First episode 0 is Nobu, who was a manga editor, and he was about to tell this mangaka his sci-fi fame is getting canceled, but he really couldn't tell him because he's like such an awe of his story. Like, oh yeah, here's this twist, and then all of a sudden an alien invasion happens. Coma for 8 years. Like, doesn't remember what happened. Turns out he had a parasite take over his body, and he could not find his daughter, Kadode.
Mm.
And one of the people told him, like, there's this Japanese resistance thing that'll help us out and all this. And when the resistance got there, they shot the 2 girls that were to deliver him to the resistance.
Wow.
Yeah, they used him as bait because the fact he had a parasite in him for 8 years, but the parasite is no longer in his body.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, while Nobu is in this other group, Kadode, we don't know what's going on with her because the first episode was basically a prequel before everything went down. So basically, father and daughter trying to find each other in this apocalyptic alien invasion type world.
Mm.
So it's interesting. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth sticking around.
I'm right.
Train to the end of the world. They are 2 stops away from their destination right now. Ikuburoku.
Okay.
They found out Yoka is the main baddie. Well, not really. She's the one that's held hostage. They're about to get her. They saw like 3 animals, and one of them was Shizura's dad. It just turned into a different animal. They don't know why, but turns out the next time they're in, there's like these 3 people that wear like green berets. It gets power for them, and they're manga artists, so it makes them draw like manga styles.
Mm.
So like one was like a fucking JoJo type esque.
Mm-hmm.
One was like so you see like in like a rom-com type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so so Shizura's family, they're about to head back to their hometown, and they give Akira the green beret. All right, cool, great.
Wonderful.
But they warn if they go further, basically they're gonna threaten to basically end the world, end the universe, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they're gonna do with Yoka.
Mm.
They get in this town. They fight the 3 manga artists that have these powers,
Mm.
and of course, Akira uses the power of her green beret.
Mm.
Nice little battle back and forth. The
Mm-hmm.
heroes win, and they see up ahead with where their destination is, and that's where they have to go next. So we got 2 episodes of that. So very excited how they're gonna end it. I hope it's not boop.
Right.
I really don't want that. Next up, Delicious in Dungeon. Oh, sorry, no. Condition called Love. I forgot. That's all me now.
Yes, it is. That's why
It's
you're
all
excited.
of me now.
You said it was a better episode, huh?
It was.
The one that made me drop it, huh?
Well, I'm not convincing you to go back.
Okay. I was not wrong in dropping it.
No, it's more of I get why he's like this, but I don't condone it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Hanoi's birthday, and he's finally going to celebrate it because his birthdays never celebrated it. It was always a delayed birthday card. And in those birthday cards, is pictures of the parents with other kids.
Oh, that's fucked.
Happy with the other kids.
That's fucked.
Yes. So I was like, yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah, his parents are shit. There was no doubt he turned out like shit because his parents are shit, and that fucking player that
that's the thing. He has never experienced any type of affection, love, any type whatsoever.
His grandma.
And outside of the grandma, kind of, she's just kind of there. I don't think she does much. She's more like a caretaker.
But it's not like hatred.
I know, but I don't think it's what.
It's not what he needs. It's not what he needs. Yeah.
And Hotaru was the only one to give him that, and he's afraid of losing. That's why I get it, but still not fully okay. But I get it. He's a kid. He's still a kid.
He still has a chance to redeem himself.
Exactly.
What was the word I'm looking for? Formulative dating years.
Yeah. That's why I said I was like, all right, you know what? I will cut him a little slack. I get it, especially after fucking parents.
It's crazy.
He's still learning, and I hope he did mature a little bit here, so that's fine. But yeah, he's looking forward to his birthday. Hotaru had a perfect thing set up, picnic with the cherry blossom. Cherry blossom's gonna fall, perfect season, and she's gonna give him a kiss
on the lips.
Yep, on the lips.
Mm-hmm.
But
how lewd, how etchy, disgusting.
But unfortunately. Unfortunately, the mother said, "Oh, by the way, don't forget, we have your grandfather's memorial service on the day
on your birthday,
on his birthday."
Fuck this kid, right?
And then she's like, "What? You mean that day?" It's like, well, like you don't have to go. You barely know your grandfather, so it's okay. And she's like, "No, I'll go. It's tradition." So she calls him apologizing, like, I am so sorry. Like, maybe I can meet you after. And then Hanoi's like, it's okay. It's okay. What you gotta do.
But is it like okay because like he's understanding, or is it okay? He's still like pissed off. I want to be with my
No, I think it's more of he's used to not celebrating his birthday, and he says, you know what, just whenever we just hang out, that's more than enough. It doesn't have to be on my birthday. So basically, if they do like a rain check like tomorrow, that's fine with him. Again, he's used to not his birthday, so it's like, what's the big deal?
See, if this was a hentai, Hotaru wouldn't just settle for a kiss.
Stop it.
Hotaru would give him the pity pussy.
No, I don't think she's that far yet.
No, I know. Pity Monko.
No. So I know
she's like asexual too. I was gonna say she seems like she's asexual. Like she's never discovered herself.
I was kind of hoping she stayed asexual.
Oh, well, she did not.
No, because that's the vibe I got. I was like, you know what? Just keep it. Actually, just keep it. And no. So, all right.
Men.
Yeah, the worst.
Disgusting.
They are.
Those are not actually our reviews here during Pride Month on Otalku Cafe.
No, men suck.
A lot of men do.
Straight men fucking suck mostly. We turn into whitey bitches.
You know what's funny? I was watching the Gwyneth Paltrow Hot Ones yesterday.
Yeah.
And the end of Hot Ones has Sean Evans, the interviewer, doing a skincare treatment because you know how Gwyneth Paltrow has like affordable skincare from like Target. So he's doing a skincare treatment, and like he's doing it in jest, but he actually is like he's doing all the steps. He has her guiding him, and like he does something right, and she's like, oh, she's laughing. She's like, oh, heteros, they're so funny, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? That's just heteros. I'm like, that was kind of sideways. But in any case, yes, a lot of heterosexual men are trash.
Oh yeah, no, they are.
I'm a tiny bit trash. I'm a little.
They turn insecure. They have to be the alpha male of the 50s when they're really fucking out. They're insecure. You get pegged in secret. No, it's okay.
I don't get pegged in secret. I was gonna say.
I'm talking about the insecure alpha males. You guys get fucked.
I was gonna say, do you love me even though I'm a little trash, Matt? Just a little bit.
No,
Oh, you don't love me, you motherfucker! You son of a bitch!
Let's get through tonight.
You rat bastard!
No. Like I said, you mean well. You try.
I do try. I try a lot more than most people will ever like.
I know.
hope
So I respect that. It's just your mouth half the time.
Hey, boy, if I had a penny, if I had $1 for every time somebody told me that, oh, I probably wouldn't do the podcast
You wouldn't
anymore.
be working anymore.
I'd be able to afford what's it called? X Premium. And we could do advertising.
$8 a month. Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
He should. If he makes it $2, we'll talk.
No, but I mean, whatever. We'll talk about that off air.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
continue with
Yeah. If we split it, it'll be fine.
All right. Anyway.
But anyway, Hanoi, he's got nothing to do now. Like, all right, happy birthday to me. So so basically he's gonna go to the park himself and just read. That's fine. He's a little upset because he sees like a happy family behind him, like he hears them.
He just wants
and he misses that, so because he hasn't had it.
Sure.
But he's like, man, like what? Like what are those other kids? Like what are they? It's like fuck you.
They're not gonna be serial killers.
This is why we have them. They weren't loved.
This is why we have serial killers. Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Hotaru, she does a thing. She does a little prayer for the shrine, and she asks her mother, "Is this it now?" Because it's like early noon, like mid-noon, like 3, 4 o'clock.
Sure.
Is it? Like, oh, now we gotta do a dinner thing with the family. It's like, for what? Because he's dead? The grandfather's dead?
Yeah.
I cannot commit to a 6-hour fucking affair.
Oh, it's Hotaku's grandma.
Yeah.
Oh,
her grandfather. Yeah, her grandfather.
Oh, I thought it was his grandfather because
she had to cancel. She had to cancel on him because of her family affairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's not a serial killer saying like, well, you don't need your family either. Shing, 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 shing.
Yeah. So Hotaru's like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Now I'm really not gonna see him. I was gonna surprise him for like nighttime, or like early evening by the time I got there. It's like 2 hours from where she is. She
wore the nice panties, huh?
I'm sure she did.
Her grandfather's like, so lewd. What have you become, my granddaughter?
Yes.
Lewd.
Abandoning my ceremony, even though I'm not here anymore.
Right, wearing pink lace underwear. Lewd. To give this man a kiss and maybe more. Ugh.
Kagari, the sister's like I've never seen you this happy ever since you met that guy. Just go. It's just a fucking dinner. It's just mostly grown-ups gonna be talking, so you don't really have to be here. Just go.
It's free food.
Yeah, but there's people you don't really know or see. You gotta talk to them. Fuck that.
I mean, it kind of makes her look a little slutty, don't you think? In all seriousness, like you're gonna ditch your family to be with a boy.
That's okay. They did the ceremony. He doesn't have to stay for the dinner.
Still, like if everybody's there and she's not, and her excuse is I'm with a boy, it's not necessarily a great look.
Yeah.
Pragmatically speaking.
Oh, I probably would have done the same.
Well, we all know that you and your family have issues, so I get it.
Yeah. So. Even that, we wouldn't have like an 8-hour fade. Just a couple hours. Let's have a lunch. That's it, and go on our day. That's it. We don't need to make it nearly 24 hours.
You mean you don't want to have a bar mitzvah afterwards, even though they're dead?
No.
Why not?
No, I don't want that fucking shit. Just hey, how you doing? Let's talk about some memories. You pay for this. I fuck off. That's it. End transaction. See you next year. Whatever. Let me know when the next one dies.
Oh no.
So Hotaru, she goes to his house thinking that he was there, not home. So she calls him. Says, "Where are you?" Like, "I'm home." Like, no, she's not. Just stay right where you are. He's like, "Wait, what do you mean by that? Was she at my house? What?"
Oh, she's turning into him.
Yeah. And she ran to the thing, saw him, ran to him, tripped, fell on top of him for a hug.
I ditched my family. Put your penis in me right now.
Not in public. Stop it.
Well, not in public, obviously, but
Yeah.
I mean, hey, maybe in public.
No. But they did that. No kiss.
Wore the nice tied fucking lace pink underwear for nothing.
Yeah. Yep. It says like, yeah, because he said like I wasn't gonna leave you behind, and you didn't.
Aww.
So there we go. So very
It's
nice.
those nice moments that make it like tolerable, and then you get fucking crazy ass Hananoi, who just fucking doesn't know when enough is enough.
Like I said, if he does better going forward, it might make a small comeback.
It's
not
still
high, not high, but it might.
It's not gonna make it 13.
It might be a mention if it ends good, but at the same time, probably not. Probably not.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at my list really quick because out of my mentions, you're looking at. I have 1, 2. I've got 2 shows that you're not watching that are in my 13.
Okay.
3. I lied. 3.
Oh, okay.
I've got 4.
But yeah, next
Amen.
one, Delicious in Dungeons.
All right.
Basically, they're at this village still. Senshi actually cooks this time for these immortal people that don't have taste buds or anything. Makes a nice little breakfast for them. Laos and the heroes, they get their supplies because it's time for them to move on. As they are leaving, the dark elf held one of the elderly people like by the neck. So he's like, "So, who are you talking to? Where'd they go?"
Mm-hmm.
So, well, this guy wants to kill them. Still,
Mm-hmm.
the person that runs this dungeon. Laos and the crew, they go back there, and Chilchuck was talking to Laos in private. And it's like, we really don't know a lot about Senshi. Because he says he's been here for like 8 to 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
The dungeon's only been discovered for 6 years. So it's like, where did he come from then? So, because they really don't know anything about Senshi. Just, hey, let me tag along. I'll cook all this for you. I know to eat monster food. I know how to make it. So nothing else. So Chilchuck wants to talk to Senshi about that. But unfortunately, no time for talk because they're in this old territory where either Balin is there or a griffin. Wouldn't you know, it was a griffin, and Senshi is terrified. He's terrified of the griffin. The griffin takes Senshi.
It's a good EDM artist, by the way, Griffin.
Yep. Oh, for your thing?
What? Yeah, no, just saying in general.
Okay.
There's a guy named Griffin, and I'm like, he's a good EDM artist.
Okay, I was saying, okay, nice too. So,
yeah.
So like, shit, how are we gonna get him back? So, Marcel, idea is to summon a familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So to do that, you gotta like place a bunch of food into the summon circle, so it has calories and all this. The more it has, the more it'll grow. Fortunately, it's like this small red dragon shaped thing, but it's like a full grown one, like a little baby one. Uses for scouting, no good. So Marcel just messes around with the familiar more, makes it to like this long, small fish thing that Laos was getting excited for because he was helping out. So he's like, that is so lame. It's like, I don't have a lot of fucking options here. So made it to like this giant, this is like a little tiny dragonfly looking thing that has like flaps, like it swims like a fish, but still like hovers like it's a dragonfly. So it does this, finds Senshi, and Marcel puts all our magic into the familiar for the thing to like pierce through the griffin to make it come down. They kill it. Senshi's saved. Marcel was trying to mourn for the little familiar, but Laos immediately dissected it, trying to prep it.
Of course.
You could have given me a minute.
Nope.
No. But Laos cooks it. Chilchuck uses the opportunity like, hey, let's actually reintroduce ourselves. I'm Chill Chuck. I'm a halfling. I have a wife. I have kids. Then Marcel's like, what?
Are they
And
edible?
Marcel's like, what? You have kids? You're married? Someone married you? Yes.
You thing?
Yeah, you midget.
You creature.
Exactly. And so Chill Chuck asks Senshi to talk about himself. And he does a thing where like this is what I've been doing. Like I used to be like a coal miner. Gotta get supplies, whatever, stuff like this. And while we were digging, we found this room of gold and all this, and it was the dungeon before it was discovered. That's why he's been there for so long.
Mm.
And that was how they ended. That was like, all right, time for credits. Like, what the fuck? So like, you got that bombshell and you do that to me. Okay, fine.
Still gonna be in your 5, Matt.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's too good. So, but it's like I've got like 2 to 3 more episodes. I'm not happy. Yes. All right, last one for me. Grandpa and Grandma turn young again.
All right. How are G-chan or Ba-chan doing?
This is also kind of sad.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh no! Which one is sick?
No, well, it's always the grandma's always been sick, but
Oh no!
no, we see a little bit of the grandkids real quick. Grandma, and Grandpa, they got donated a sapling tree, and one of the grandkids, Mino, she talked about wanting to take care of it because she wants to essentially run the farm when they're gone.
Sure.
Run their business.
Sure.
Oh, hold on. I'm late. Do the deer fit. Hold on. We got you.
Yes.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it on the not that one. I know why. It's just the dance while the deer is staring.
Oh yeah. I'll pretend this is the baton.
Yes. Yeah. You've seen the body moving.
Besides the dance, it's the fact that the deer is so like majestic.
Yes.
It is a majestic fucking deer.
Yes. It's like, yes, my child. Yes.
Oh, you know what, Matt? I'm making an executive decision. We're closing every single episode during summer with this show. Just kidding.
Yes, let's see how far.
Fucking
hold
brilliant.
on. Let me look up the name. The vibes I get from it. It's Nichiju. That's what it reminds me. It reminds me of My Ordinary Life.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was like, okay, I'm hooked. Is
this the OP or the ED, or is this just a random?
This is the OP.
That's the OP.
Yes.
Oh, it's done. It's a done deal.
Yes.
It's OP of the summer season. Without it even.
We're done. I don't need to hear anymore.
You know, like what can top it?
Well, it better be fucking good.
Oh my god.
Oh.
This is you know what this is? This is Summer's Creepy Nuts. This is Bling Blang Bloom.
Or Mashal, but yeah, it's Creepy Nuts. It is still Creepy Nuts.
Still Creepy Nuts, yeah. No, Creepy Nuts does this?
Yeah, Creepy Nuts did Mashal.
I know that, but I'm saying who does this?
Oh, I think it's the VAs and someone else.
Oh, it's fucking brilliant.
Yes. But no, I can't wait to cover what happens.
Bro, it's gonna be that. Well, spoiler alert, guys. This is gonna be the opening episode of Summer, episode 1.
Yeah,
it's gonna be that's our closer. It's our main event.
Summer premiere.
Spoiler alert. Done.
Yes, and we're gonna try to find a way to have the GIF dancing in the background.
We need to come up with we need to have the GIF. We need to do the dance.
Yes. And we're gonna see, and we gotta see the official EP full length.
Matt, oh my god!
Yes.
When I see, let's make a reel, you and I doing the dance, and then when we're at each other at AEW, and let's
Forbidden
post
Door.
that shit. Yeah.
Let's blast it while we're waiting to get in the Forbidden Door.
Oh my god! I mean, it can't be worse than some of the losers that are going to attend. So
Exactly. Yeah.
good god. Anyway, what happened with Oji-san and Bachan?
Yes. All right. Back to G-side and Bas-side. Okay. Mino is tending to the plants in the farmyard, and the kids that she has a crush on, Shota, comes by, pays a visit to her, and they ask her, like, hey, like when we're older, do you mind if I still visit you at the farm? Like, I'm pretty sure you'll be married and have kids. And she said to him, I'll be waiting for you.
Aw.
And during the little transition, like go to the next one, like the Konosuba, hers was like, did I just confess to him? And there's a summer festival happening, so of course grandpa gonna do that.
Yep.
And in Grandma's dream,
Oh.
in the hourglass, you hear a voice. It says, "You have X days."
Oh no.
Yes. So we'll get to that in a bit. Summer festival's happening. Grandma's hanging out while grandfather's drinking with his buddies. He goes to grandma. They hang out at the festival. She sees like these candy coated strawberries. He's like, "Do you want one?" Like, no. Like, who pay 500 yen for that? I can just make them at home. Although it does look really good, so the grandpa just buys her ones.
Sure.
So he's like, "Yeah, let's just get you ones." And they do the whole shoot the target, win a prize.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma couldn't get it, so grandfather helps her out. So he makes sure he shoots at the same time as her to win the prize.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the prize. It's like this teddy bear that they're carrying like a baby, like in a bag, like a satchel type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's adorable. Another one of the grandkids, Shiori invites the Satoshi, her little crush that also has the reverse Asian grandparents.
Mm.
They get along for a little bit. We don't see them much after. Grandpa, they're at the shrine. It's bothering her what she saw in the dream. And then Grandpa's like, "Oh, you had a dream too." And so he's like, they said I have a good year left. And the grandma says she has 7 days.
And that's probably because of the broken glass earlier in the season.
No, it's just her poor health.
Really?
Yeah. She's been sick before this, so
she's got 7 days to live.
Yeah, and he's got a year.
Oh.
And she didn't want this because she doesn't want to die and leave Grandpa alone.
Oh.
Because he's like, it's like it's inevitable. One dies before the other.
Sure.
Small chance they die together. That's like a tragic accident. There's natural like.
Well, that can be arranged.
I know, but I say like natural causes that hardly ever happen.
Sure, yeah, and it's always sweet whenever you read about it. You're like, oh, they died like 8 hours apart.
As like the last breath, or.
Oh my god! Right.
So, yeah, like they know they're preparing for it, but it still like doesn't want it to go. The shrine lights up because the one they've been taking care of, but only the grandfather hears it. So he's like, "So what do you want?" He's like, "Can you extend her life?" And the thing is, unfortunately, I don't have the power to create life. But what I can do is
take away life.
I can take half your life to give to her. So now, and he says yes. No hesitation. He said, "Yep." So now they both got 6 months to live.
Oh.
And he will not tell her. It's like, I'll take this to my grave. And we go together like she wants.
Oh my god, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and
did you cry?
I was just like, you know what though, I fucking love him. And grandfather is just husband. Come on.
Oh yeah, he's your husband of the season. Done.
No, like
done,
how can you fucking? How can I not after that?
Sure, I get it.
Yeah, like she wakes up, like thinking of the dreams. Like, oh yeah, well, don't worry about it. And it was 7 days past. She's still alive. Like, see, it was a crazy dream.
Mm.
And it's just like, you know what though, like we're gonna make every moment count. We're not even gonna think about it. We're not gonna talk about it. Just when we go, we go.
But you know it's crazy. Like you would think, like, is there like some sort of like thing, like as the days progress, right? Like as the countdown goes down, like do they like do you see like your health decline? Like you can't change back. You like start like coughing up blood or something, or you're just really sleepy all
No,
the time.
everything's still the same. It's just the hourglass just goes empty.
So they're both so theoretically they're gonna pass in their sleep.
More or less, yeah.
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 Oh, that's so sad.
So I know, like, oh, and there's 2 episodes left, so that's probably how they're gonna end this.
I mean, it'd be fitting.
I mean,
Depending on how they end it is whether it lands in your 5.
I don't see it being 5.
You don't see it being in 5?
No, but I can see it. I can see it probably bumping a couple.
I know it's solid in a 10.
It's close, yeah, around there. It's around there.
Oh,
But I think it would solidify it.
sure.
But no, like I love these guys. Like fuck them. Like keep your data alive. Keep your whatever harems. Granddad and grandmammy.
Sure.
But that's it for me.
It was a lot longer than usual, but we had some conversations at least.
Yeah, and plus we were fucking around.
A little bit.
Yes, the rest will go smoother after this.
Every transition, we got to play that like clip.
Well, they'll get tired of it as we're halfway done.
Yeah, well, it would get tiring. Yeah.
Well, I won't.
If it's by request, though, ladies and gentlemen, in the comments,
yes,
got you. By request only.
Until we get a copyright claim.
Hey, like I told you before, bro. If we get a copyright claim, it means someone important is listening.
Yep.
AKA the YouTube AI. Nonetheless.
Yes. All right. Continue.
My turn. All right, we're gonna start off with the shittiest one that I have remaining. That's Vampire Dormitory. Lot of drama actually, and it finally gave me something to like I could latch on to. So basically, the episode starts off with Ren getting a phone call. The phone call is from his dad. His dad is like, "Hey, I need to tell you something. Come to the mansion on Saturday. Your mom can't wait to see you." And of course, he's mom thirsty, so you know he misses his mom, and he's like, "All right, cool, whatever, right? This is good." And then we progress into everybody helping at the cafe one day, right? On a weekend. I think it was like on a Saturday they help at the cafe. Or a Friday. No, it was a Friday after school. Or during summer school, sorry. And basically they're going to renovate the cafe, right? And so everyone pitches in. They're all going to renovate the cafe. And then fucking Takara, stupid ass fucking klutz Takara, fucking goes and drops paint on Mito's shirt. And so Ren, in the absolute gayest like pose ever, takes off his shirt without hesitation immediately. Like literally, like he takes off shirt, 6-pack abs, riblets. He's standing with a hip angle. Like he looks just like some sort of like Calvin Klein like model. It was like just immediately. And it's like, here, put this on. And then Mito gets excited, like, I get to smell my daddy's shirt, right? But it dawned on her like, oh, he said change right now in front of all of us, and she's still freaking out because she's a girl. But Ren knows the secret, so Ren covers her and was like, hey, just because we're all men over here doesn't mean that we're comfortable changing in front of each other. So Mito, change behind me. All right, whatever. And then basically the story from there kind of progresses into the love triangle really kicking off because they get sent to the hardware store to get more paint, and basically Ren and Ruka have like a whole back and forth, and basically like I don't care if the same thing, reiterating like I don't care whether Ren's a man, like I'm always, or not Ren, I don't care that Mito's a boy, I'm gonna like him, like I really like him, I'm gonna go after him. You have a destined partner, right? You've met your destined partner, go after her, go find her and leave him alone so I can have him, basically. And so then things happen, and they end up in all three of them spending the night at like the cafe, and they make this like makeshift bed, and she's sleeping between literally Ren on one side and Ruka on the other side. She turns over, and Ruka has a conversation with her, like, hey, like I appreciate you, like no matter what happens with my destined partner, I want you to continue to support me the way that you support me. And Mito's like, of course, I care about you, I will. And then Mito, of course, gets a little bit sad, but she's like, I want to tell him, but I can't because she's stupid and she doesn't realize that life would change so much for the better if she just admitted, like, yeah, I'm a girl. I got tits and a vagina. Oh my God, the anime will be over. Everybody would live happily ever after. But nope, can't do that. I don't want to tell him I'm a girl. So Ruka falls asleep. Then as she turns over to see Ren, Ren happens to overhear the conversation. And Ren is like, hey, I'm going to my parents' house on Saturday. Come with me. So he takes her to the parents' house. The parents' house is a nice, beautiful mansion. There's attendants there. The father's there. The mother's there. The mother immediately knows that Mito's a girl because obviously, like they have their intuition and all that shit. Like she knows, and she dresses them. She takes Mito and dresses her up like a woman. And basically, Mito asks questions about being the destined partner, right? And it's kind of fucked up when you think about it. What's it called? You see that she is just so obsessed over her husband. She's turned into a vampire already, and she's like, yeah, it was hard to leave my son, but it's for the better because I get to be with my destined partner forever, and he's the only thing that really matters at the end of the day. And it's nice to have Ren, but whatever. And then Ren comes in as Mito saying, like, how could you do that to your son? But she doesn't get that far ahead. And Ren's like just oogling her, like she looks amazing. And while this conversation was happening, basically, Ren was having a conversation with his father saying, listen, when you turn 17, when the clock strikes midnight, you can bite Mito. And whatever your heart desires at the moment you bite her will happen. And in theory, basically, he's trying to provoke him to bite Mito and make officially like turn Mito into his wife, right? So they have this big old party. They invite all the vampires, including Ruka, and they basically unveil Mito as the fiance of Ren. And Ruka's like shocked, like Mito had no idea. They basically coerced her into coming. And then you see Ren bite her. Ruka's in shock, yeah. And Mito is like, what the fuck? Get off me. Like, it's like, it's a little uncomfortable because it almost looked like assault a little bit. And Ren is like kind of confused. Everyone's like, whatever. And Mito just runs out to the courtyard. She runs out of the venue. Ruka catches up and comforts her because, Mito's like, I had no idea this was going to happen. Like, I don't mean anything by this, whatever. I'm sorry. Da 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 da. And Ruka's like, it's okay. It's okay. And of course, idiot Ruka still sees Ren as a boy. And so she's like, oh, he's like, fucking Ren is so like pathetic dressing you as a girl when you're a boy, whatever the case. And she's like, oh, help me get out of the dress. And Mito's like, oh shit, like I still have boobs, don't do it. But Ruka doesn't listen and finds the zipper and he unzippers her. And as the dress is gonna fall, typical woman, like when they're filling a dress, they like hold on to the thing so it just doesn't drop. So she holds onto her chest and is like, huh? And the dress falls, and the episode ends with Mito in shock because Ren's wish when he bit her was to make her a boy, and he made her a boy. She got no more breasts. Ooh, shocker. That was good theater. I was like, okay, now we're gonna see where this goes. Okay.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Angel included. This was kind of a mid episode. Basically, the episode focuses mostly on Noelle, although we do get signs of Toa. And basically, it's a jealousy episode. Toa's jealous that Shintaro doesn't act quite himself or normal or the way that she wants when they're alone together. Like she tries to feed him like after she finishes cooking, and Shintaro's embarrassed and he doesn't want to like make anything of it, so he just grabs his plate, grabs the stuff from her and eats on his own. But she was really like, she really wanted to feed him and really didn't mean anything by it. But the jealousy really kicks off when, as she's coming home from picking up groceries, she sees Shintaro with all the girls and they're at like this bakery, and she sees Noelle trying to feed Shintaro, and she gets jealous and she's like, what the fuck? Like, am I jealous? It's the first time an angel has ever experienced jealousy because of the fact that she sees Noelle doing it and it looks like he's about to do it, but she can't do it, and they live together. So she was frustrated. Meanwhile, he did the same thing. He took the thing from Noelle and he ate it himself. Like, he didn't actually like let Noelle feed him. Meanwhile, Noelle is like, I'm gonna ask my friend on a date. In essence, like, I'm asking him to hang out, but in essence, it's a date. She shows up to the restaurant where they both work and asks Shintaro, like, hey, after work, let's go watch a movie together. Specifically, she only wanted to go with Shintaro. However, when she looks to the left, all the girls are sitting there, and all the girls want to see the movie. Coincidentally, that day is the final screening of the movie. So Shintaro's like, "Oh, great! Aren't you happy? You got people you can go to the movies with." And she's like, "Meh, I really wanted to go with you. I don't really care about them." And so the rest of the episode, she's like kind of like butthurt about that. But over time, throughout the episode, she realizes the girls are talking and they're interacting with her, that they're acting really friendly. And throughout like this little like period between all this happening, there's a flashback of her like having a realization, like I've never made friends, because I scared them away because I'm a Yuki Onna. And they all like, nobody wanted to befriend her, but all these girls are befriending her. And then she's like, at the end, she's like, hey guys, I appreciate you coming out to me, despite the fact we're not friends. I really appreciate it. And literally all the girls' jaws just drop on the floor like, you bitch, like we're friends the whole time. Like, what do you mean we're not friends? Like the fuck? And she's like, we are? And she's like, yes, we've been friends. We've been friends. And she gets all excited. She becomes overcome with emotion and she fucking fucks off. She just runs off. She ends up seeing Shintaro and she feels different feelings for Shintaro. But she's stupid and doesn't realize the feelings that she likes. She calls Shintaro her bestie. So she purposely, on accident, friend zones Shintaro, not realizing the feelings that she feels are actual like romantic feelings. And then we have Tsugumi. Keep in mind, we still have Tsugumi, who fucking is also like oblivious and doesn't like, she can't utter the words to Shintaro that she likes him, despite the fact her being the first one to like him from all those years back. But to the same degree, she feels like inept because all these girls have like different powers. One's a vampire, one's an angel, one's a Yuki Onna, one is a Kappa, and then the other one is just her, basic normal girl. So she feels inept. But nonetheless, more or less, it's just a jealousy episode. Everyone has a happy, nice day. They fuck off and do whatever. So cool.
Right.
Moving on. Let's go with Unnamed Memory. No, actually not. Let's go with Tsukimichi. Tsukimichi was pretty solid, I'd say. Basically, the battle rages on between Makoto and the demon commander Ayo. And he easily taking care of him, no problem. Meanwhile, Shiki has the hero Hibiki and her party in like a barrier, and they keep talking about things back and forth. And Shintaro still is in shock, but that or not Shintaro, sorry, Makoto is still in shock that Hibiki's there, and even notices she's wearing like a sexy like hero getup, and she's like, oh my god. But he doesn't make any moves. He changes his voice. He's easily taking care of the commander, but he doesn't want to kill the commander. He's like, in case I still go to the demon side, I don't want to kill a valuable resource. So he's trying his best not to kill him, sorry. And so then while this is happening, basically, the commander, he basically lets out a guttural scream. And everyone's like, Makoto, sorry, is like, what are you, amping yourself up? And he's like, no, I just told all of my debutantes to use the special thing. And he pulls the special thing out of his pocket. And it's a rose seal. Now, bear in mind, in core 1 of the season, right? One of Hibiki's best friend, and I believe her first like party mate, used the rose seal. And under normal circumstances, the rose seal gives you like superhuman powers at the cost of your life. And she ended up dying using the rose seal. So now it was only like a human thing. Only humans could do it. But now they managed to obtain one. They've altered it and they've mass produced it so that way demons can use it. So he breaks the rose seal. He becomes more powerful, but it doesn't mean anything to Shintaro. Shintaro basically uses his powers and finds the rose seal on his body and uses some anti-magic fucking magic and breaks the rose seal. And then basically just kicks his ass. And that's that. And while this is all happening, Hibiki again is in this barrier, and the barrier is like concrete tight, super locked. And Hibiki basically tries to break the barrier. She's trying her damnedest. She can't break the barrier. And Shiki tells Hibiki, like, hey, if you can't break this barrier, what makes you think you can go save the residents of the town? Like, the fuck? If you can't break the barrier, you can't do shit. And so then she kind of collapses. And as she collapses, she gets brought into this other realm. And again, in core 1, this is the same realm that the asshole hero, Tomoaki, he went there. And his request, basically, at the cost of something, you're able to get a like superhero power, right? You're able to get a real hero's power. At the time, he chose like a special attack that was like damn near like impenetrable, and that was the power that he was granted. And keep in mind that power didn't do shit at the end of the day because he still lost to what's her name? Sophia? I think it's Sophia, who comes in between a little bit. Yeah. And so after much deliberation, Hibiki's like, all right, can I have a power that makes me more powerful by listening and feeling to my like people around me's emotions? And the god is like, yeah, I can make that work. And they're like, what's the cost? They're like, oh, just a reduction in your maximum mana cap. And she's like, oh, that's easy. Yeah, sure, do it. So she gets the power, and fucking she's able to break the fucking shield 1, 2, 3, no problem. And so then she goes off into the city to protect the citizens. Makoto orders Shiki go follow her, make sure nothing happens to her. So he does. He fucks off with them, and basically again, it's Io and Makoto 1-on-1. We already established what happened between that battle, and as the battle is coming to kind of a conclusion, we hear and see some fucking crazy lights and sounds, and he knows who that is, and he's trying to wrap up the battle. But basically, the episode ends with Sophia coming into the battle and basically slices his helmet and destroys his gear. 1, 2, 3. Again, it took Io, the demon commander, so much effort, could not make a mark on him. And all it took was Sophia to hit one swing to destroy the armor. And now this sets up a battle between Sophia and what's it called? What's his face? Kazunaha, aka Makoto, going into the last, I believe it's 2 episodes or 3 episodes. Let me see where I'm at.
I got 3 left.
I do have 3 left, 23, 24, and 25. So consistent. Tsukimichi has been so consistent, infinitely better than season 1. And season 1 was pretty solid. I gave season 1 like a 3.75. So keep that in mind.
Right.
Moving on. What do I got left?
You got unnamed and slime.
Yep, I got unnamed and slime. No, and I have kaiju. Kaiju is gonna be. I think I'm gonna save unnamed for last because it was really nice. So we'll talk about slime next. Basically, the 7 deities, the 7 saints, or 7 clergy. The 7 clergy. That's who they are. The 7 clergy. Long story short, we get incredible battles. The 7 clergy come out and out themselves basically because we see Diablo put 2 and 2 together the more that he fights one of the 10 saints that's there, and he puts up a great battle. And I laugh, by the way. Basically, you had one saint doing all the battling, and then the other saint, he asked the other saint that's with him for help, and she runs away. She's like, nope, not doing this, we're not beating him, bye. And she fucks off. She runs all the way away. So he leaves him by himself, and he's trying. He can't do anything. But again, the 2 of them are putting 2 and 2 together. And when they finally put 2 and 2 together, we see the 7 clergy come out. And basically 4 of the 7 clergy come out of like this portal and announce themselves. And they look at a string of reporters, because basically when the battle happened, the king told the reporters to come here and document everything that's happening. And the king eventually passes out from everything from the battle, But the reporters are still there documenting everything that's happening. And now the reporters see the clergy and they're putting 2 and 2 together. And basically that scene ends with the clergy using like firepower to basically try and kill the reporters. So no one can report the truth of the matter. And that's the 7 holy clergy are the bad guys and are manipulating this whole situation. Meanwhile, we go back to the cliffhanger from the previous week where we see Hinata get fucking lasered in the fucking chest. And we see Rimuru try to help her. It doesn't work. And basically the only way to heal Hinata is with holy magic. They bring one of the holy healers over, and as she's about to start healing Hinata, the other 3 clergy members come in basically and say like, hey, we're here to kill Hinata. She disobeyed orders. But again, the writing is on the wall, and the 7 clergy basically restrain every other holy saint that do anything. So basically it's setting up Rimuru versus the holy clergy and Diablo and the 7 saints that's there versus the holy clergy. So now we've established officially the holy clergy are the bad guys. They've always been the bad guys, the manipulators. They're the ones that killed Rahim the priest. They're the ones that manipulated Rimuru's what's it called, message to Hinata that forced them all together in the first place. It's all coming together and making sense now. So pretty solid on that end. All right, second to last one, Kaiju number 8. Pretty solid again. Kaiju number 8. Basically, we see the battle. The first half of the episode is really the battle between Hoshina and Kafka. And they go back and forth, and Kafka is losing because Kafka isn't fighting. Kafka does not want to fight his vice captain. And so it comes to the point where he ends up like getting sliced the fuck up pretty badly. But because he's a kaiju, he can regenerate. So he regenerates, but he realizes like, oh shit, my stamina takes away a lot of my stamina to regenerate. So he can't do it too often. Basically, we see Hoshino come and corner Kafka, right? He's about to use like an ultimate move on him to finish him off. But Kafka, reading this in his time, is able to deflect the sword, right? Because he's got two like scythe sword type things. He's able to punch the sword right out of Hoshino's hands, and the follow through basically goes to the floor and creates a giant explosion, and he's able to escape that way. So that's pretty cool. He returns back to his command post or whatever. He sees Shinomiya there. So they greet each other. He's damn near exhausted from everything that happened. And basically, as they're trying to gather themselves, they get a response from HQ that they've officially designated the kaiju that he fought and escaped kaiju number 9. And so now that's kaiju number 9 officially from that perspective. And then we move on to kaiju number 9. He's walking along like a tunnel road, and there's an asshole that pulls up in a car, and he's like, "Get the fuck out the way! What are you doing?" Da 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 da. He looks like a businessman. He's got a nice car, and kaiju number 9, being depleted and fucked up, basically trades bodies, and so he gets himself out of his original body, which was the body of the cleaner, and goes into that guy's body, and basically drives away as that guy. And he's like, I got to get used to this body, so I've got to lay low for a little bit. But now I know the secrets. I'm going to kill Kafka. Da 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 da. And then we fast forward, and we have a party. All of the squad members, they all return alive. They return successful, and we have a party. And everything is good, fine and dandy. And then we see all like typical fucking soldiers. They start getting into little squabbles here and there, and they're drinking. They squabbles. They're just like, "Oh, you piece of shit! Like, well, you suck. Well, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have had to deal with you. I didn't have to save you. You trash." Da da da. They're going back and forth, right? And fucking what's his dick? Whose name I'm forgetting now.
What's his dick?
What's his penis wrinkle? Ichikawa is like, what the fuck is happening? Because he doesn't understand like the whole like army culture vibe. But eventually everything gets settled down. And basically we get an announcement. Hoshino comes in and he's like, I have an announcement for everybody. Kafka, Hibino Kafka, you saved a lot of lives with your discoveries and your research, and you're now no longer a cadet. You are a full-fledged member of the squad. Welcome to the squad.
Hey.
And it's all celebratory. They hip hip hooray him. It's all fantastic. And then we see the next day he reports to his friend, to what's her face, to Ashiro, right? To Mina, and basically reports to him. Mina basically puts the pin on him. He takes his plea in front of Mina, not plea rather, his oath in front of Mina. And basically, as he's leaving, Mina goes, "Hey, Kafka, you've got a while to go before you catch up to me." And he's like, "Oh, and by the way, Hoshino is the one that recommended you, so live up to his expectations first." And she's like, "Yeah, Mina, I will." And then Mina's like, "Oh well, you didn't address me properly as your superior officer. 50 push-ups right now." So. But she has a smile on her face when this is happening. So she's really happy that Kafka is in the squad, for better or worse, unbeknownst to her and everybody that he's Kaiju number 8. And so then the episode basically kind of ends with what's it called? 2 things actually. After Kafka gets pinned and he does his push-ups, he's back in the library doing more Kaiju research, and he's like, "All right, I'm calling it a night." As he's going back to his dorm, his bunk, he sees the training room open, and he looks at the training room. And he sees Hoshino doing like a mock battle. And he really looks at it and he realizes, oh shit, he's not just doing like a mock battle. He's imagining the fight that we had and he's trying to get better. And then basically he tells him like, hey, like when he finally calls out to him because he falls and he calls out to him and he's like, yeah, I'm just, trying to get better so I can kill Kaiju number 8. I'm going to kill that motherfucker next time. And Kafka's freaking the fuck out. And Hoshino's like, why are you freaking out so much for? Like, the fuck? That's what we're supposed to do. But then they have like a nice moment with expectations and all the stuff. And they promise to live up to him, whatever, da, da, da. And that ends that. And the episode ends really kind of dramatically because as they are in the training room, you see like an overhead shot of the building. And then it goes higher up in the building. And then it goes to the entire the entire country. And up above the skies, you see flying kaiju, right? There are a bunch of flying like pterodactyl looking kaiju. And then you see a very ominous kaiju standing on top of one of the biggest like pterodactyl ones. And the episode ends with that kaiju uttering the words, "Begin descent."
Yes.
End episode.
Begin.
So that was pretty solid. I can't wait for you to binge it, and this will make you your 13. I'm pretty confident, Matt.
Right.
And then finally, last but not least, Unnamed Memory. Unnamed Memory was pretty solid. We see basically Oscar and Tinashe, they continue to get closer, and they're about to share a kiss. They come into the room, they're about to share a kiss. Like it's about to be really intimate. And then one of the assistants to Kaiju number 10. Yes, thank you, Starman. Yes, unofficially, they haven't dubbed it yet. But when you look at the character announcements from the actual news, that is going to be Kaiju number 10. So that's the Starman's point. Anyway, back to Unnamed Memory. They're about to have an intimate moment. And then one of Oscar's assistants butts in and interrupts. And he looks at his assistant. And he's like, I have grounds to kill you right now for what you've just done, right? And he's like, I don't know what I did. And he looks over at the corner and sees Tinashe and is like, oh, shit. So Oscar's pissed. But then Tinashe senses something unsettling. And she runs to the window and she sees that the castle building is getting attacked by demons. And so she goes out and she starts like trying to kill the demons. And the entire episode kind of focuses on early on, I should say, before this entire event happens. It focuses on one particular guy, right? One of the one of the squires, I guess, whatever you want to call him, for the court. And he's basically talking shit about Tinashe. Like, you're a witch. Like, you don't deserve to be it. I don't care if you're a queen, da, da, da. Like, get the fuck away from Oscar, blah, 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 blah. So there's tension, right? And so then we see that same court member about to be devoured by one of the demons. And it's Tinashe that saves his ass. And basically, at the end of the day, the squire, whatever title he is really happy, appreciative. And he says, listen, he's like, I leave His Majesty in your care. Good luck. And she's like, yep, roger that. And she goes off. She calls her 7 saints. We get some of the other mages and some of Oscar's warriors, knights, and they're fighting all the demons. And eventually they kill all the demons. Tinashe literally summons a thunderstorm and puts out any of the fires that happened in the castle with the thunderstorm, right? So pretty wicked. That's pretty cool. And basically we see Oscar. It fans to Oscar. Oscar kills a demon. And there's a stray attendant, like a maid. Stray maid, right? And he tries to help the maid. The maid grabs his hand, and Oscar immediately like collapses. You hear like the doo-doo in his heart, and he starts like wailing, and then he passes out. And the maid, I guess, is part of some the next evil country that's going after Oscar, and she's smirking and she fucks off, right? Not to be seen. And so Tinashe's flying overhead and sees Oscar on the ground. Excuse me. And it's like, Oscar tries to heal Oscar, looks at his hand and notice there's a little pin in the hand. We fast forward to a little bit later. We see Oscar's hand is like literally like decayed. And basically he was poisoned by some incredible poison that no one has been able to survive in over 1,000 years of this poison existing. Once you get poisoned by it, you're dead, right? And if you try to heal it with magic, you lose your fucking mind and you die. So you're dead regardless. Tinashe, though, basically calls Lucretia, right? And tells Lucretia, I need your help. We're gonna basically reverse the poison. I'm gonna create antibodies with my blood and Oscar's blood, and we're gonna heal Oscar. And Lucretia's like, you're stupid, find another man. He's cooked, he's done, put a fork in him. He's well done. No way. And Tinasha's like, like fucking like I'm determined to do it. And eventually convinces Lucretia and her top aide and the top mage that's in the knight's little group to assist her. Before this happens, keeping in mind of what that previous like court member said, she tells Lucretia, Tinasha does, if you succeed, whether I live or die, when you finish curing Oscar, wipe his memories from me. Right? And so she's like, what the fuck? No, I won't do that. Eventually, it does happen. They reverse the poison by miracle. Tinasha now has the poison, but she's more equipped to handle it because she's a witch, so she can survive. And after a few days, Oscar wakes up and he's healed, and Oscar does not remember Tinasha. And no one says anything about Tinasha to trigger his memory. So he lives, all that stuff. We have no idea what's happening with Tinasha until later. And basically that same night member mentions to him about getting married. He's like, you need to think about who you're going to marry. Just think of a quality candidate that fits all the requirements that we and the country desire. Right. And immediately when he says those words, Tinasha's face appears. He remembers Tinasha. Right. And so he goes to try and find Tinasha, quickly finds Tinasha through a magic barrier because he's got those magical senses. And Lucretia's there and was like, damn it, after we wiped your memories, after we told the court to not tell you a fucking thing about Tinasha, you managed to find the bitch anyway. Right? And so he uncovers her and she's butt-ass naked. And Lucretia's like, no woman wants you to see her in this condition. Right? And then she's like, well, I'm me. Basically, and convinces her like, okay, lift the sheet up. So he lifts the sheet up, sees Tinasha's butt naked body covered in fucking poison. And one thing that pissed me off is there was no explanation of like the recovery. There was no visual of the recovery, nothing. It's just, oh, miraculously she recovered after a while. And then they kind of live happily ever after from that piece, from that perspective. However, before they live happily ever after, Tinasha speaks to the court, some of her court members and some of Oscar's court members, and the discussion of whether Tinasha loves Oscar comes up because Tinasha, despite the fact that her vow, by the way, it's already been a year. The original contractual agreement was she'll stay with him for a year and then she'll return, but it's already about a year, about to pass a year, and Tinasha has no desire to leave Oscar. So they're like, you like him, you love him. And she's like, no, I don't love him. She's like, if any of you think I love Oscar, raise your hand. The entire fucking court that's there raises their hand. And she's like, I don't love him. And she goes full tsundere, breaks a fucking table with her magic, scares the shit out of everybody. And she's like, I don't love him. There's no way. So she continues unsight to the camera to ask a bunch of people. And eventually, as Oscar's preparing to go to bed, she appears before Oscar and is like, hey, listen, everybody thinks I love you. Oscar, do you think I love you? And Oscar's like, yeah, it took you long enough to realize you fucking love me. I love you. Let's get married. And she's like, all like, think whatever. She's all flustered, but they kiss. And basically the episode ends with Tinasha. She starts crying in Oscar's arms. And Oscar's like, why are you crying for? And she's like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm crying. And then she pulls back and she looks at Oscar and she's like, but I'm happy. I'm so glad that I met you. And then they share a romantic kiss as the ED plays. And so that was really cute.
All righty. Very good.
We're an hour and a half in and we got like 14 anime to cover.
Yeah, we're going to try to do it in an hour, but
3-hour podcast. 3-hour
No. Well, thankfully not a lot happens in some of these, so we actually focus on that. I already saw today's mysterious disappearances, so I know more of the first half of last week because I cared about that more than the blonde hair little girl.
Well, yeah, the blonde hair little girl comes in the second half. I haven't seen it. I just saw like when I got my preview picture. It's that same VTuber.
Yeah. There was more of that. It was just okay, but the first half was basically focused on Ogawa's childhood.
Yep.
And basically, during her travels, she found this path. And
no, incorrect, not travels. She was running away from her friends because she pissed them off.
I call it travels. She's in her travels.
She pissed off her friends. Her friends were chasing after her because she shoved them to the ground, rightfully so. They should want to beat her up. And so to escape, she finds a hole in the fence. She goes in the hole in the fence. She
And
goes
she's
through,
in Wonderland. No.
and yeah, might as well have been. Yeah, she fucking
Yeah.
went through like this passage with black cats, and she's in the
Yep.
middle of a forest, in the middle of whatever town or country they're in. She's in a field, and in the field there's a random bookstore. Now you can pick up, Matt.
Yep. Random bookstore. She sees this librarian, and she uses this as her escape of the real world.
Yes.
She spends a lot of time there, reads a lot of books, and
Including
it's like, you can write a book.
I don't know how.
Oh, I'll give you some talent. Just basically, here you go. Just whatever you are thinking right now, turn it into a sentence in this transcript.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what made her this prodigy writer when she was younger.
Yep.
She does that, goes well, and basically, like, hey, you know what? Bring it here next time. When you write a book, bring it here.
Yep.
Basically, take a book, leave a book type of thing.
Yep. And the next time she tries to go back, the fence is patched. It's just a regular like
It was never there.
thing. It was never there again. Until
one day again, current time.
in current time, yes.
Yep. She tries to go. She's stuck. You know why she's stuck? Because she's too fucking busty.
She's got a fat ass.
Yep.
She got a tonk.
Yeah, she's got JK cups and a big ass.
No, she was able to get through. It was her ass. It was her hips and ass that wouldn't let her through.
I know, but I'm saying she's got both of them. She got the JK cups and then the ass. So
She's the perfect Japanese woman for like any like male desiring a Japanese woman.
Yep. But
Single virgin, busty as fuck.
Unfortunately, she's 28, so she's considered undesirable.
Not to me.
I will go to Japan.
I'll knock her up tomorrow. If I
So, well, then she does her spell, turns into a teenager. Irvin's clothes
no,
fall
she's
off.
back in like a girl. She's just back in like a 10-year-old because literally she stands up and her pants fall. She's like,
yeah, Irvin falls. Like, what the fuck? She's like, you know what? I'm not putting them back on.
Nope.
Even when I turn back to normal, I'm not gonna put them on. Who's gonna see me?
Yeah. Flash the Toto. Flash the Monko.
Yes. Flash everything.
It doesn't happen though.
But there's no one inside.
No, not even. There's no building. The building is like there's only like pieces of a building. The building is no more.
Like ruin.
It's ruins. Yeah, it's ruins. And the whole reason why she recalls this is because Arashino like questions her love of books, and she mentions there were books that I read that I can't find anywhere, and I vaguely remember their names, but I work at a bookstore in hopes of finding those books again. And Arashino asks, like, do you remember the name of the store? And she says the name of the store. Is it in your review what the store name is, Matt, or no?
No.
So that says the name of the store, and basically Arashino equips the store to an old folklorist tale about an old Japanese princess that she loved reading and writing so much. And when she passed away, they buried her in like a memorial, and they turned the memorial in essence into a library. And the rule is if you take a book, you bring a book back. If you don't bring a book back, the angel or the princess will and it's like Buddhism, will curse you with misfortune. And so that's where it came from. So then that's when Arashino was like, oh, well, you know, next time I find this bookstore, I'm going to give her my book so she can read it. Because that's basically the whole gist of it. The whole gist of it was like, oh, like if you bring the book back, she's already, and she mentioned that also in the thing. She's like, I've read every book in this library. Right. And so the principle of is if you take a book, you bring a new book back so she has something new to read through all eternity, which is nice. That was a nice story. Yep.
And then basically not a lot's happened, not a lot of occurrences. So really can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to find a certain, I forgot the name of what the spirit was called.
Yep.
And wouldn't you know, they're hinting it with the blonde hair girl with a VTuber.
Yep.
And that definitely goes into effect today's episode, which you did not see.
Yes, I did not see. I didn't watch anything today.
But good first half. I didn't care for the second.
Yeah, I didn't care about it.
The only funny thing was, why do you call her apartment wife?
Danshi-sama.
Yeah, pretty much. And I love the little sister just accustomed to just work at this maid cafe.
Basically. You know, I struggle, Matt, because there's so many anime I'd like to put above it that I can't. Specifically, 3 anime that I want to put, but we can't count them because they're carrying over into next season. And it sucks because currently, I'll give everybody a spoiler. Mysterious Disappearances for me is number 13. And I don't feel it's warranted enough to be in my list, but I've got nothing else that's better at this stage currently. So I'm like stuck. I'm like, I don't want to put it in here, but I kind of got nothing.
Thankfully, I have enough to not put it in here.
Yeah, you watched far more than I did. So
yeah. So thankfully, I don't have to worry about that. No, this one I'm disappointed in.
It's not your biggest disappointment of the season, but
close.
Oh,
close. But no, let's just move on.
Sure.
Because this one is just the power of love and friendship. Misfit.
Yay!
Yeah, guys, that's really all it is. It's basically Ido is in bed with Arcana. Fine. Yep. The sisters are jealous. Sure. Why not?
The parents are like, yes, he's not a virgin and he's only 7 months old.
Yeah. And it's like, well, guys, ladies, go to school. Why? Haha, we have a substitute teacher today. Anos.
Yeah. Hey, where's Anos? He's invisible.
Yeah, you guys are failing right. You guys are failing class right now. Anyway, this is how it's going to go. We need a group of people for this, for the underworld thing. And basically, it's training. That's all it is today. Cool?
Yep.
Cool. So, yep. Anos takes Lei, Misha, for a special training.
A training on forging the power of love, even harder than what they are.
So, who's the practice there? I guess who's the opponent?
Misha's dad,
Shin.
And
yep. So she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. Your love is bullshit compared to me."
Yeah.
So they're fighting. The power of love is working. Shin gets sent back a bit, but it's like, "Oh, this is where you're wrong," because Anos he gets involved.
The power of friendship.
Yeah, the power of love. That's lame. The real love is companionship with your right-hand man that I have known for 2,000 years. More
Shin is like, no one will ever replace him. I love him.
Yes, and this led to fucking Anos and Shin with like, what the fuck?
It's a stupid premise, but you got to admit it was at least a cool like little scene.
It was funny and stupid.
It was very stupid, but I enjoyed the scene.
But I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck?
And their power of friendship wins over the power of love.
Yeah, and basically work on your love. That was the moral. Work on your love.
Moving on.
Yeah, that was all that happened.
It was. There's nothing else.
Like what else can you say?
I mean, he introduced Arcana to everybody there. Like, this is a god. She's gonna help us get to the underworld. Everybody go fuck off. Lei, Misha, right. Come with me.
We don't need you right now. Bye-bye.
Oh my God.
Moving on. Let us go with Spice and Wolf. Lawrence was still begging for money until someone came and said, here's a small bag of coins. Don't ever talk to me again.
Don't ever appear before me, you fucking...
Yeah, nothing. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear your name.
Be gone. Go die.
Yeah, be gone. Yep. And it's like pennies, nickels, and pennies.
Yep.
So Kraft, he's done begging for the day. Goes back to the hotel. Hollow is just hiding under the blankets. Doesn't want to talk to him. Doesn't want to see him.
Nope.
So he's like, well, I'm sorry I fucked up. I shouldn't have said any of these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with this money, and I'm going to go gamble. Hopefully I can make a profit.
And Holo gets pissed.
Yep, and throws the coin thing. Like, no. And then
how dare you?
Yeah, like you should be mad at me. This was like,
you should beat me. Basically, that's the only thing she did not say. You might as well beat me.
Yeah, basically, how can you be so calm? How you ruined your reputation for me for something that was my fault. Why aren't you angry? It's like, because I'm a good guy, basically.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah. Stop it. Stop doing that. And
stop being a saint.
Eventually, Holo's at the end is like, I can't stay mad at you. So what are we going to do now, basically?
We're going to sell ourselves on the black market.
Yep. Smuggling, if you will.
Oh, I was just joking. I was you're gonna sell some ass for some pieces of cash.
Yeah. I mean, hello, she can ring in the dough.
Mm.
Two guys, that'll clear the debt.
Back door and front door.
But Lawrence wants to meet him with the Remero Trading Company head Hans.
Yep.
Because Hans took a giant blow with this because of the armor thing.
They're bankrupt, damn near.
Yep. So Lawrence proposes, all right, this is what's going to happen. I have some money. This is going to be collateral. I know you have some extra gold.
Yep. Emergency.
Yep. So if you give us some of that, we can smuggle you more gold.
Mm.
And if we could do that, I'll be debt free, and then they'll get a bit of a cut.
Yep.
Like 20 luminaires, that's their payment.
That's the payment. No, that's the payment they're giving to their mule, who ends up.
We'll get to that. But I thought they were gonna get paid that too.
No, it was unofficial what they were gonna pay. Basically, they gave him. I think it was like they gave him the equivalent of it, like the 40 something. And
they owe 40 luminaires.
Yeah. So they're gonna collateral 40. They're gonna spend that on the mule, and then they're gonna give all the profit to Romerio, and he just wants a cut big enough to cut his losses.
Yeah, basically paid off the debt, but maybe a little extra, depending on how much they get.
I don't think he's gonna get extra, depending. I think he's just gonna cut the losses and.
Yeah, I think they'll give him something. That's not a lot.
Yeah, more stress and agony because he's gonna have to run away from this fucking town because he's gonna get.
They had to leave after this, so we'll get to that in a bit. Because who are they going to use to help smuggle?
The shepherd.
Yep, Nora. So they see her leaving the church. So like, hey,
what a coincidence!
So basically, we need you to smuggle gold for us because we could have the gold attached under the sheep's belly.
Yep.
Basically, there's a route for the shepherds to go to safely. I'm pretty sure they'll say, "Hey, where are you going? Where are you coming from?" And they'll just let you pass.
Yep. And while he's doing this, he's just lambasting the church. He's just like, talking so much shit about the church.
Yep. And then Laura's like, I'm pretty sure you have something with the church. Like, oh no, I don't want nothing to do with the church.
Yeah, and he's like, oh well, don't you with the gold with your cut because he says he's gonna give her 20 luminaire gold, and it's like, hey, with your cut, you can start your tailor shop, right? And she's like, well, yeah, I wanted to start a tailor shop elsewhere. And she's like, no, well, you are already well known here. Like, it's going to cost a lot of money nonetheless. You're going to have an in. I can maybe help you. It's a win-win. You get enough money to tell the church to fuck off. We get enough money to pay our debt. You start your own business. We're good.
Win-win.
Right? Shake hands.
Pretty much. And she accepts.
Yep.
So good job there. No, I'm looking forward to see how they're going to do this.
Yep.
So no, I'm very excited for it.
Yep.
But no, solid episode. I'm glad Lawrence and Hollow made up because they're crazy. But they're meant for each other.
Yeah.
But moving on, bartender. We're gonna talk about last week's. I did not see today's.
Did not either. But yes, I saw last week's.
But yeah, Ryu and what's the blonde's name? I keep forgetting her name. Judy, I think. Is it Judy? No.
Who?
The blonde woman with Ryu, the other main girl. Miwa.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, Ryu and Miwa.
I love
They
Miwa.
go to a bar, and it's his senpai, Kitakata.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, they worked at the same place. They had the same mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened is he does his drinks more differently compared to Ryu.
Mm-hmm.
Because a couple walked in, they asked for a Bloody Mary, but he made a different drink with a stronger vodka.
Mm.
He called it the Bloody Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like talking about the story of the Bloody Mary compared to the Bloody Caesar.
Nope.
And Miwa enjoys a drink, and then Ryu didn't drink his drink.
Nope.
You know, it's supposed to soothe the soul in all this. That's what we're here for. We can't just make him drunk. And then the guy's like, "Do you remember the other thing our mentor said?
Right.
Have you seen him lately?"
Right.
He's like, "He's here? No, not here." Basically, he's in the hospital.
Yep.
Because he's been working every single day, no vacation, no nothing. Like live and die as a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
And what you call what's Kitakata? He sends Ryu there to see, and of course here's Kase.
Yep.
They're talking a bit, and there's got people questioning because basically Kitakata was like, Ryu still has that dark cloud over his head.
Yep.
And the head were thinking, what the hell is he talking about?
Mm-hmm.
But what happens with the end is two like side by side type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
At Ryu's end, he's greeted by Miwa's grandfather because he wants to hire him for his bar. It's like they're almost done with this hotel bar. They just need the bartender. And then Ryu still declines. He's like, "Oh, I know you love this place, so hear me out." So we're not going to hear that till probably today's episode.
Yeah.
On the other end, Miwa is at the other guy's bar, Kitakawa. And she explains, what Ryu's doing, why he's like denying the bar and all this. So can you tell me more about him? So, oh yeah, he went to France. He won all these cocktail awards. He got a lot of praise very quickly.
Yep.
But he changed when he came back. And
why do you think he came back?
A customer died because of him, as he claims. Like he made a drink that killed the guy.
The guy probably got too drunk and fucking got into a DUI accident, or he fucking committed suicide.
Or he actually put too much of something to, I don't know. Or like his heart was racing, drinking too much, and it just heart attack. Who knows? Who knows? I didn't see it. But no, like we're finally getting a little bit of background on him. So nice episode in that aspect.
Solid though.
Yeah,
solid.
Very solid.
It was very solid. It just continues. This is the easiest slice of life, in my opinion, to grade.
It's an excellent slice of life.
Pure slice of life.
For this season. Sorry, for this season.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, can't call that, but for this season, this is a very good slice of life.
Easy.
But moving on, My Hero Academia.
It was good.
This is okay. Basically, Dabi's making moves. Talking to Toga. And he's like, you know what? We need a diversion. Burns is building. Burns is building. And then Toga's just like, nice. Basically.
No, it was Toga's childhood home, to be specific.
Yeah. It's like, you don't need it. Like, we need to move on.
Yeah, because it's interesting because as Toga's going through it, she just hears like she hears all the negative thoughts of her parents. All of it.
Yeah, and that's, what? Poor Toga, but at the same time, this is her life now.
It's not poor Toga, because I mean, I don't know. It's not like a single quirk is bred for evil.
Right.
It's how the person.
It's just how you make it. Yeah, that's what I said. She made those choices, so.
Yeah.
Like it sucks, but this is what it led to for her.
I mean, bro, she got like fucking wet, like killing people. Like she got sexual. Like
she was like that 12-year-old at Platinum End.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Ugh, God, never again. Never fucking again.
Shaking my head.
Yeah. Think about it. That was the worst 25 episodes I had any back.
No, I could think of worse.
But like current, like, it's all like current, like 2020s for me. Outside of Promised Neverland.
Yeah, it's always gonna be my fucking bar.
That's just that was just infuriating. Yeah,
That's my bar of shit.
mm-hmm.
That is my bar of shit.
Do not be
Wonder Egg Priority is my bar for like shitty season finales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's going on? All for One has Iguchi in charge of, rally people.
Mm-hmm.
You're cosplaying as Stain, so may as well.
Might as well.
Yep. So basically, the week's going on. It's time to put plans into action.
Mm-hmm.
Deku brought up that he hasn't talked to Uraraka since, she bled her heart. She poured her heart out, saying let him go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
And basically now the UA students have to relocate because they don't want citizens hurts. They have the evacuation plan set up for the citizens if something does go awry. The heroes move. Again, settle in.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to Uraraka, and then she mentioned how when she was saying all this, she felt Toga's presence, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like ever since they had that encounter, they're like connected to each other.
Yeah, because she got to know Toga on a human level.
Yeah,
people think she's just a monster.
And she's the one, and she's the one she wants to try to save, like how Deku wants to for Shigaraki.
Mm-hmm.
While Dabi, no, Dabi's lost cause.
Yeah.
So they talk, nice chats. We go to the next day. You see Deku by himself and Aoyama. He's in the middle of this field. Talks to Deku. And he talks about All for One's plan. What the end goal is.
Yep.
Basically, now that economically, socially, all of that is basically deconstructed in Japan now, the world's cut off from Japan. You're on your own, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
So All for One wants that to do that. We're basically collapse the global society.
Mm-hmm.
Cause war, droughts, everything. Everything that you can think of negatively for the world, that's what he wants.
Yeah. He wants to be the single oligarch, in essence.
Yep. And there it says some people are already warming up to what he's doing.
Yep.
And he goes, tears in his eyes, I am so sorry. I need to do this for Mama and Papa. And here's All for One. Yep. Basically, that's how he came out. Basically, tells Ayama he's a good boy and all this. But you're my plan. You're missing the point of it.
Yeah.
It's not the full truth.
Mm-hmm.
And while Ayama is crying, he turns around, nasal laser. And he's like, what a disappointment. All for One's just, you failure.
You fuck. You fuck.
And behind them, who comes out?
All the villains.
And the other end?
All the heroes.
Yep. And Ayama tells All for One, you're going to fucking die. Here, basically. This is where the last battle is.
Yep. This random building.
Yep. So, we know it's not. But
it's not the last battle.
No, but no.
I found it stupid. They were like, oh, it's the second decisive battle. Do they not know what the word decisive means?
Well, that's right. They were hoping it would end when they fought Shigaraki the first time, but unfortunately it did not end.
And guess what? This isn't going to end the season either.
No.
There's more.
No, there's definitely... season 8 is definitely going to be the last.
Sure, but there's more.
There's definitely more. But, speaking of more...
All right.
Let's go with Duke of Death.
I'm starting to sour a little bit on Duke of Death. This has not been as good of a season as season 2 or season 1.
I don't care for the fighting aspect.
I don't give a fuck.
It's that's not why I came here.
No, like the power of friendship.
No, I understand
care.
wanting to befriend her, but I just didn't care for the battle part of it.
It
I thought
sucks.
it'd be more like I thought it'd be more psychological,
Sure.
and that's fine, whatever.
You know what? Duke of Death could use some shit that happens in Train, like that type of psychological shit.
Right.
I think that would be fit Duke of Death kind of well.
Right,
Because it's like a Tim Burton style type of fucking show, so you would think it'd be like pretty like loopy, kind of wild out there, but no, it's very bland and generic.
Yeah, no, this turned into a generic fight. Zane and Dalef, sorry, not Dalef, Sade. Zane and Sade. Zane's using time magic to basically hold her off. Had opportunity to attack her, but he doesn't.
Nope, because he's a pussy.
And this led to Zane, he's knocked out.
Because he's a pussy.
Yeah, what's going on? Dallas takes Walter back. It was basically, hey, it's basically time to get Cuff and basically the offense. So Cuff, Zacho, and Flea. But not Flea. No, Flea's the ugly.
He's the uglier midget, yeah.
I say there's Flea's already there. Talking about the
Nico.
Yeah, Nico. So it's Nico, his wife, Ichi, and Cuff. Yep. They gotta go.
Yep, and Bochan returns.
Yep. Also, now he can touch.
Yeah, because Flea puts a temporary shield. And what's the first thing he touches, Matt?
Alice assists because Alice did that intentionally. Like, Alice, look, you can.
Booby! It's a booby!
It's like what happened? Like what happened to, like a hug as the first thing, embrace,
a hug, a kiss. Yeah, no, just
unless it's just when the curse is done.
If I was Alice, I would have just fucking like brushed his junk and be like, oh, I can work with this.
Yeah. But they retreat. They do the next plan while Flea just throws Sade into an open area.
Sure. But not just any open area, as we come to find out.
Yeah, it turns out also Flea used to serve Sade before her death.
Mm-hmm.
And Sade, basically what happened was her power got too out of control. They had to stop her. That's why she died.
Mm-hmm. And you see it starting to go crazy. You start in this episode seeing it going fucking like rampaging.
Yep. So Cuff sees Sade, goes to fight, and the fact that she's stupid, she's unthinkable.
Yeah.
She can't think of strategy.
Nope.
Bochan, Nico, the others, they arrive. Sade makes her Kajibuchi no Jutsu. Yep.
And they look like little sperms, do they not?
Yeah.
That's all I could think of watching them. Like, it looks like little fucking sperms and shit.
Yeah, so sperms with like a little core thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're fighting them. Bochan still has a little bit of his shield thing left.
Yep.
Gets on the little floating rocks, trying to talk to her. She doesn't believe him.
Nico's using his powers to fucking
basically like to walk safely towards her.
Yeah. Let's be friends. I want to be friends with you.
And she's like, nope, you're lying. You just want me to get rid of your curse, and then this is over.
But throughout Bochan talking, she keeps like flashing like Victor.
Yep.
Victor.
And she's gonna say, "Go fine. I'm gonna read his mind, and then I'm gonna hear his actual thoughts, and then I know he's lying." Nope, it's I want to be friends, and then like Zane or Alice, like don't want her alone, or they want Bochan his curse to be broken.
Yep. Meanwhile, Nico's dumbass.
Also, she goes to Nico. Like, see, Nico wants me dead. He kills me, and he wants me dead right now. It's like, you're right, but I'm willing to not. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. You can just do the right thing.
Because if you come back, then all those people are gonna die.
And the curses are done. Like his curse is gone, Bochan's curse is gone. Everyone she has cursed. That's it.
Everyone lives a happily life ever after, except Victor because he's already dead.
Yeah. And so when Sade, your powers go out of control.
Yep.
It's like, what the fuck? Like a cliffhanger there. But I don't like the fight aspects.
I don't care about it.
Yeah, it has to end next episode.
So you read this? You said
yes.
Is it on pace to end next episode?
Like I said, it should.
Oh God.
It should. If they end it there, fine. But it depends on how they want to stretch. There's no reason to.
You know, this is another one where if I was able to put Slime, My Hero, and Spice and Wolf on my list, it wouldn't make my 13.
You're right.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It is because we like the death.
Yeah, we got yeah, we ranked them like mid tier, like 7-6.
Yeah, pretty high. It was in our top 30 last year, right?
No, I did not. Season 1 I did. Season 2 I did not.
Oh, I had it. Where did I have it? Speaking of the devil, I don't know where I had it. Let me see real quick.
It was probably
I had it at 20.
Yeah, I don't believe I had it in there.
How unfortunate.
Anyway, moving on. Demon Slayer. Also, they have been adding original content for these, so which is good, especially with the Giyu at the Focus episode.
Is it original content?
Yeah, there is original content. There has been original content. Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So is it original?
The thing with Giyu, no, it's not. No, there's not. Yeah, with the Giyu stuff, with his flashback, that was original. So his whole backstory was original for the anime.
So is it the same backstory in the manga, and they just fleshed it out like they did?
Basically, yeah, they fleshed it out.
Okay.
Yeah, they want to give you more depth to these characters.
Naruto.
Yeah. And so this one is Muchiro's test, which is his sword fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where Tanjiro's next phase, and Tokito is just happy seeing him.
They're always so happy. Tanjiro is beloved by like half of the Hashiro,
except for like two of them. Yeah.
I cannot wait till he gets to the wind and the snake Hashiros because they don't like his ass, and I can't wait to see what happens with that last Hashira, the number one Hashira with the fucking prayer beads.
Oh no! His is wholesome.
It's wholesome.
Yeah, and what he tells you why is like it's like relatable for him.
Okay.
Yeah. But what'd you call it? Basically, but Tanjiro does not do much except for like near the end. But we'll get to that in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's just Muchiro's training with the students. He does this in the morning, afternoon, and nighttime. He leaves.
Yep.
Because he goes training with the Snake and Wind Hashiras.
Because all three of them hate their students.
Yep. It's basically a waste of time for them.
Yep.
And so, nice fights, by the way. Nice little smart.
Yeah, that fucking fight between the Snake and the Wind was fucking fire.
Yeah, and then when Muchi was like, all right, this is a 2-on-1.
That's so unfair. And he just fucking easily fucking slips past them.
Yep.
But it's not all fun and games. He does get hurt.
Yep. A lot of bruises we'll get to in a bit. But no, they're talking a bit. They're chatting like, oh man, this feels good. This is the real Hashira training.
Yep.
And they ask, how's Tanjiro? And like, oh, he's recovering. He's doing all this. Oh, so he's too stubborn to die, basically.
Yeah, they said specifically to, I think it's a Snake Hashira. He's like, he should be good to go in about a week when he gets to you.
Well, Muchiro tells him that.
Yeah.
By the time he's done with me, he'll be good to go.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, so I can actually judge him thoroughly. That's what you're saying.
Basically, he's gonna kick his fucking ass.
Yep. He's gonna re-injure him.
He's gonna fuck for real.
Yep. Tanjiro, Tokito, they fight, they spar. He blocks a lot of his stuff. Good whip. And it's just okay.
I was really upset. I was really upset they didn't show like I thrive on the class realizing how fucking shitty and pathetic they are when they see Tanjiro. I thrive on that. And I was really hoping we'd see that. Like,
it wasn't a lot this time around.
It wasn't, exactly. It wasn't done this time around. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, basically, what a few shorts, and then Mooch is like, all right, you're done. I have nothing to teach you.
He's like, really? So quick?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I told you what you needed. You mastered it in like Less than a week.
They're like, yeah, it was like 5 days.
And then all the people are there.
They're
They're like,
so
okay,
does that
let's
mean
go.
we could go too? Oh, no.
He's like, no, but we've been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and you guys still suck.
Yeah.
And then Ted was like, hey, I have an idea. Let's have paper airplane throwing contests. I know it's your hobby.
Yeah.
If I win, you
gotta treat everybody nicer.
Yeah, like ease up on them. And this is him being nicer, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
So he's like, all right, 10 rounds. If you make one, you win. Fail.
Times 10.
Yep. We thought, all right, last one, you got this. Nope.
Fail.
And the rest of the students were like, you know what? Let's get in on this. I'm good. I'm great at throwing paper airplanes.
I was the village paper plane champ. Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
So, yeah, they made a very nice, wholesome thing. They do that.
Yeah.
Of course, they don't win.
Nope.
But it was a nice little relaxed moment for everybody.
Yep.
And now, did you see the after credit?
Yep.
Mitsuri!
Yes, Kanroji is the next one.
Yeah,
and
you see my beehive and all this. I do like a honey, put it on toast with butter. I'm making tea, pancakes, all this. And the Tundra was like, what is any of these?
For real.
I barely know what black tea is.
So I bet you it's going to be eating training.
We'll get to it. But we'll get to it. Like, not quite.
All right.
But also before this, though, Tanjiro was talking to Michiru about Nezuko.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she's not a focus anymore. Sorry, guys.
Nope.
That's it. Basically, now Michael Jackson is looking for her.
And she's staying with a certain somebody, Matt.
Yep. The old man. The original Water Hashira.
Yep.
Urukadaki. Yep.
Yep.
So that's all. That's it for him.
By the way, we skipped the fact that Mujiro has he literally was granted a personal swordsmith for his swords.
Well, it's the guy. Well, he works there. He sharpens all his swords, and because you know, and you find out the master actually built it, even though he's still withering and dying.
Well, he had people do it.
Right.
Nonetheless, solid.
But no, it's still solid.
Are you warming up to this arc?
I am liking this better than Sourcing Village. I'm liking the original content.
By the way, you did skip over one more thing. You did skip over.
What?
As Mujiro is going to the Hashira training that he's doing with the wind and the snake, the fucking hundreds of creepy number 4 eyes coming out of the alleyway.
Followed him.
What the fuck? Do we get a battle with number 4 here?
Not yet.
During this arc?
Nope.
No? Oh.
No, they're all the final arc.
Mm.
And which the rumor is they're going to be split into 3 movies.
Get the fuck out of here.
So 1 movie per Upper Moon.
But wait, that's 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's 4 movies.
Well, 4 doesn't fight.
Oh, 4 is the guitar guy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, the other ones fight.
So why is he 4 if all he does is play guitar and spy?
It controls the Infinite Castle. It controls the fortress. It's like a stronghold.
I know shit, Sherlock, but why isn't he like 10?
Again, it's more useful compared to everyone else.
I was gonna say because the numbers are based off of like the A usefulness and B like the amount of like demons and swordsmith or not so much the amount of demons.
How much blood? No, it sucks a lot of blood. It can fight with those things, but that's like the main job of it.
Mm.
Like protects Muzan, protects the actual higher ups, like a gatekeeper type.
So then, is it number 1 and Muzan? Then is the final movie? Or are they going to kill 3 and 2 together? One is
Unless they're gonna do the 3 movies and then I guess moves on its own thing. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. And again, it's just a rumor. I don't know.
Huh.
Now the question is, are they gonna stretch it once a year, not be done to like the 10th anniversary of Demon Slayer when he became an anime in 2019?
I mean, that wouldn't be the worst.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it. But no, I am liking this a lot.
Good. Would you rank it in your 13 if you could?
We should be able to, yeah.
Oh, you think we should be able to?
Yeah, they got like 4 Hashiras left, so 4 episodes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, then hell yeah, I get to bump Mysterious Disappearances off my list.
Yeah, no. This is not like a 12 or 24 thing. No, it's like 8 episodes, yeah.
Okay, now where am I going to put it? I know where I'm going to put it here for now.
Yeah.
Demon
Slayer. But moving on while you're doing that, Konosuba.
Decent episode.
Like, how dare you make Union like a background in the character in this episode?
Oh, God.
No, hardly lines, hardly anything, just she's there.
Oh, God.
How dare you?
How dare thee?
Yeah, that but wouldn't you know, Cosmo died again, and he's met with Chris in the afterlife.
They kind of annoyed me. They didn't show anything. Like, the episode literally picks up with Kazuma being revived.
Yeah.
Like, what
And
gives?
basically get eaten, make them vomit out.
Yeah.
And get crushed.
Basically.
So, the Hydra retreats. Megumin and Darkness keep trying to go back there, trying to call it back out.
Mm-hmm.
Keep failing. Darkness is very desperate about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Kazuma, trying to get reinforcements type of thing. Fuck it.
By the way, you skipped over the fact that Kazuma's not going out there to help them. A, because it's pouring rain. B, word of what happened in the previous episodes at the Capitol has finally reached Axel. And there's a 200 million coin bounty on him and Chris's head.
Yep.
And then you see stupid ass fucking what's her face? Megumin just like
he's like, he's here? He's here?
Yeah, for real. All fucking excited and shit.
Yep. And what you call it? Kazuma. He's like, oh yeah, he was like kind of freaking out a little bit. And he's like, oh, like is the captain okay? Is my little sister all right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's fine.
Mm-mm-mm.
So, basically, they're going to try again. They finally got the Hydra out.
Yep.
And it's not just 4 of them. Who else is it?
The entire fucking people.
Yeah, the entire town of Axis.
The entire time of Axel.
Yep. And basically, you're like, you guys have been great to us.
Yeah.
Like, you guys should rely on help once in a while. You don't do this alone, Darkness.
Nope.
So they have a plan to basically use these giant things to like trap the Hydra, make it immobile from moving, for Megumin to do her thing.
Yep.
Sure. They're trying to trap it, slowly moving. Kazuma jumps on the Hydra, get up on the Hydra's back, does a skill drain to slow it down, weaken it.
Yeah.
It's working for a little bit, falls down.
Yep.
And as he's about to get squished, Darkness shields him.
Yep.
And he's like, do not stop. Like, my life is literally in your hands right now. And this is where she goes in masochist mode.
She's drooling on him, bro.
Yeah, like, oh, we can go together.
Oh my god. Like, she's
like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Bro, she is so turned on by this. It's like, what the fuck?
So they don't die. They don't die.
Nope.
Eventually they got the hooks back around it. Does a skill drain. It's held together. Megumin does explosion.
A giant explosion.
Yep. It's dead. They're celebrating, but it's short-lived.
Nope.
Because Darkness quit the team.
Yep. Abruptly. They're all coming back.
Wrote a letter. I'm done.
Aqua's already tipsy as shit.
Yep. Just no goodbye, no celebration. Just here's the letter. I'm gone. I'm off to do family thing. Don't come looking for me. By the
Nope.
way, this whole thing was the best thing of my life.
Bye.
Yeah, and today's episode it gets into that, and it's funny.
Oh God, I seen the clip. I gotta show you the picture I picked out. As we're both on our phones. I said that I was like, I see the clip that I showed you. You're like, yep, and then there's awkward silence.
No, I was waiting for you to send to me.
Oh, you want me to send it to you now? Okay, one moment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that like I could have chose one picture, but I was like, yeah, let's where's Matt Sapp? Where's Matt Sapp? Here we go. What could it be, I wonder?
Oh, that. Doesn't happen, but it is hilarious what happens.
Yeah.
Moving on, Mushoku Tensei.
Good episode.
Rudy and Elianese, they're doing their journey. They're at the town, and they meet an old friend. Who do they meet, Ethan?
Weasel, whatever the fuck his name is.
Geese.
There we go.
Met Geese. Yep, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing, boss?" and all this, and basically, he wants to look for like, can you take me to Paul? Like, well, it's not a good idea. He's not so good right now.
No, he's not.
But wasn't there anyway. Paul is tired, probably wounded.
Yep, he's literally limping.
Yep,
straight up limping.
And turns out they've been in this labyrinth for 6 months.
Yeah, it has been 6 months, and they're not even halfway through it.
Yeah, and they lost Roxy.
She fell into a trap.
Yeah, Rudy was freaking out. Like, is she dead?
She dead? Yeah.
Like, I really don't want to think it, but the dwarf said, like, well, no, just he steps into a portal, so she's another part of the labyrinth.
Yeah.
And also, we got like the little father-son talk Rudy Paul had before this.
Yep, and that was nice.
Like, you're having a kid. I was like, well, this maid here, she's also kind of wild and freaky. But Paul also apologized to Elianus.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, I don't want to talk to him. I have nothing to say to him.
Nope.
And she was waiting for him to yell at her.
Yep.
Or something, like a fight.
Yep.
No, he got down on one knee and apologized. And she's like, it was also my fault too, probably.
I want to know what they did.
Yeah, and then they talked about. She talks about Cliff. Like, you're married. Like, who would marry
you? Same thing that we heard earlier.
Like,
who would marry your ass?
But Rudy brings out a book about portal spells.
Yep.
And it's about the labyrinth, this portal labyrinth.
Yep.
And basically, this journey guide is exactly what they needed.
Yep.
Instead of just going around in circles.
He managed to get out of it. He beat the entire labyrinth.
Because they were on the 6th level. They couldn't go past that.
Yep.
And it has guides on what does what are some weaknesses.
Yep.
What to avoid.
Yep.
So they're going through. Paul's showing off a little bit.
Yep.
Look cool in front of his kid.
Yep.
Rudy does some ice spells on some of the insects. There's mostly insects in these.
Yep.
They were like at the 5th circle. Around there, 5th or 6th. Basically,
no.
they were where they left off.
They were finishing the 3rd stratum, I think, or the 4th stratum.
Okay, they're getting close. They're taking a break.
Yep.
But Rudy hears something. Like, he feels something.
Yep.
And he hears water.
Yep.
And he's like, wait, I got this. Hold on.
And it cuts to a battle. And who's battling, Matt?
Roxy.
And she is losing.
Also, she's been gone. She's been there a month by herself.
Yep.
Earth barrier, water, icicles.
Yep.
As she completed that, more came out for these portals because they keep just.
Yeah. She's been battling nonstop for a fucking month.
Yep.
Dude.
And it became too much. She falls back.
Yeah.
As she's about to cast another spell, scepter smacked out of the hand.
Yep.
She pisses herself.
I wish I was the ground.
She's gonna die. She's gonna die. She's crying. She begs for help, closes her eyes, and when she opens it,
everything's
blue
frozen.
everywhere. Everyone's frozen.
It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous sight.
Yeah. Some of them basically shatter from the ice.
Yep.
And it's Rudy.
Thank God you're okay.
Yep. And also, if you remember in season 1, she talked about her fantasy of being lost in a dungeon. And the person that would save her would be someone she'd be destined to be with.
And she blushed too.
Yep. And she blushed. Her fantasy legit happened. And it was because of Rudy.
Fucking amazing.
Yep. So I love it when it's all full circle. It's a long-term storytelling.
That's how you do it, Tony Khan.
That's how you do it, Tony. Fuck you. Not just Roddy Strong crying for Tony Khan collision for a title match.
For real.
That was stupid.
Indeed.
Indeed. But anyway, we got 3 more.
All right.
Whisper Me a Love Song.
Cute. Except for the blowback for the one fucking frame.
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare you?
Yeah, this is more of a Shio episode, right?
Yes, this 1,000% focuses on Shiho.
Yeah, her more of her background, basically threatening Aki. I'm gonna tell, but she doesn't.
Nope.
Basically, you're a piece of shit. Yours a terrible replacement. So it's like, what's the deal? Well, basically, Shiho was like this pianist.
Pianist, yes.
Sorry, not pianist, a violinist. Like perfect as the violin.
Vaginalist.
Yes, vaginalist.
I joke.
I know.
I kid.
But basically, great at the violin, top student, no one could beat her. Until one person. Who was that person?
I don't remember her name.
Well, she was there. She was their childhood friend. Was it? Oh, it was Kyo. The purple hair girl, Kyo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Her.
And basically, she was more like outgoing and all this. It seemed like she was like she had like she's not on my level. She's good, but
No, just casual.
But
Casual.
Kyo won.
She's a savant.
Yep. And because of this, Shiho lost every time to Kyo.
She tried and she tried and she tried.
No matter how hard she practiced, she could
not
never. Could not.
Nope.
Got to the point where Shio's like, I don't want to see you again.
Nope.
I want nothing to do with you.
Yep.
And so with that, she picks up a new profession.
The one that Shiho said that she wished that, or not Shiho, what's her face? Purple hair girl. Wished that she could perform if her dad would let her.
Yeah, the guitar.
The electric guitar.
Yep. But yeah. Well then.
I guess we'll have to wait 2 weeks to find out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit. And the whole reason why this came out, by the way, you did skip over. We went over the majority of things, but the one thing that we didn't get was that what's it called? The whole reason why this happened is what's her face? Kino went on like a little mini date with her best friend, and they were trying to like, agree to like, she had to go like to her cram school for 2 hours. So she's like, I'm just gonna find time to kill. So she goes into a cafe, finds Shiho there.
Shiho is the
waitress. And she's like, this is a secret. Don't tell anybody. Everybody's gonna get on my ass if they see me working. But trying to be a professional band member is expensive.
Yeah, and basically Himari is getting to know Shiho. Like she's not being like hostile. She's not. But she's actually being genuine when she actually asked her.
Yeah.
And she's like, no one really, like, you're the first. Like, why am I telling you this?
Yeah. And
I was
she's like,
I'm like, she's gonna fall for her, isn't she?
I wouldn't surprise me. No, because she's like, I don't really care about other people's lives. I don't think anybody should care about mine. I'm not going to ask questions. You guys don't ask questions. But she basically is persistent because, and you know what's interesting is if Aki would just be that persistent with her without having any ulterior motive, she might be able to get somewhere. And
Yep.
quite frankly, it wouldn't shock me if they turn Aki and Shiho into a thing. It wouldn't shock me at all if they do that.
Right.
I could totally see that happening.
But I hate that we have to wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, so basically it won't be done till like the first, maybe second week of July.
Yeah. Well, you know me and Demon Slayer, so hopefully Demon Slayer continues to go up in season 3, and I'll be able to knock this out of its prime position where it's at. If you catch my drift.
All right. I will probably catch your drift.
All right, catch it.
But,
yeah.
Yeah. Now, fucking Yori, she's like getting jealous of her. Like, you're gonna support that band?
Yeah. And she's like, no, I want to support both. And then she's like, this is why I didn't want to tell you what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Despite the fact
Now
that she was a lot closer than what it was.
Yeah. But speaking of backstories, our Cobain, Jellyfish.
Did we go over voice actor radio?
What?
Did we go over voice actor radio?
Oh no, we didn't. Oh, let's go ahead next.
It dawned on me. I'm like, wait.
I forgot. Sorry.
Where's voice actor? What else? Do we miss anything else? I don't think we are.
No, that's it.
All right, let's go over voice actor radio first.
But basically, Yumiko and Mahiru, they have also they're going to a nice apartment place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the writer's room.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mess.
It's a disaster, dude.
Yeah,
she lives like a pig.
Yeah, she makes more money than any of them.
For real.
Because of all
she lives in a nice apartment, key. Like, honestly, having seen Tokyo, there's a program called Tokyo Portfolio on YouTube, and it's this American. He's gay, but that doesn't matter. But he's American, and he basically owns a real estate company in Tokyo, and he takes you to all the most lavish like apartments and like buildings and rentals and hotels and things you could buy in Tokyo or rent in Tokyo. And based off of the layout of the building, based off of the whole thing where they need a key just to enter the automatic doors, like that's well over a like $2 million fucking property that she's renting easily. It's like several hundred million yen.
Interesting.
Basically, that she's renting out.
Nice.
Yeah.
But they clean her room. They make her a nice meal. She's rested. There's no bags under her eyes this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, good. She got rest, but fuck, that's gonna be.
No,
gone.
she had a little bit of bags. They weren't just as black.
But it wasn't like dark.
No, she was able to, because the patch fell off her head, but
yeah,
nonetheless, she was able to take off the patch.
But no, they take care of her. Great.
Mm-hmm.
As they leave, they have an audition for this samurai-esque show.
Yep.
They're going for the same role too.
Yep.
They get there. The voice director says, "Actually, Yasumi, read this role instead."
That role's the bad guy role.
Yep. So she reads it. She didn't get either, but because of this, she got an audition for a mech anime to be the villain there. And
they said that they were looking for. They said that the director was looking for a villain. They just couldn't find a proper fit, and so they happened to hear your thing. You were suggested by that director.
Yep.
And by the way, when does this start, Matt?
Tomorrow.
The next day.
Yeah, 10 a.m.
Straight up.
Yep. So basically, and since it's a mech anime, popular voice actors want to get it. It's a big thing for them.
The cast is full of veterans, professionals, long-standing, popular.
That's the thing. When it comes to mech anime, they want the top quality voice actors.
For sure.
Because again, people will go audition, like they'll fight for that shit.
Hell yeah.
Because in Japan, they're big.
Yep.
But we don't see the audition, but she got it.
Yep.
And Yui's mad.
Yep. She is.
She was pouty at school all day.
Yep. She was.
It was because she didn't tell her.
Nope. She didn't.
Like, how could you? Like, this was my project.
Yep.
Because I love this shit.
Yep.
It's like, yo, calm your small tits.
Yep.
We're working together. It's great. It's gonna be fine. They go there.
Bullet Club is fine.
Yep. They got there. She sees all these popular voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to work with them. They're doing the audition. The director's like, great, but you gotta stay.
Yep.
You gotta redo. Yeah, you
and it's crazy because like literally, the first line she hit, it was flawless. Her first line, like her first take, was truly, absolutely fucking flawless. But they're like, yeah, the character is not as unhinged as that, so you need to turn it down. And so she's confused, but she does, and just take after take, fail after fail.
And it got to the point where it's been like it's just passable. Like, all right, let's just end it here. It's like hours.
Yep.
And I saw today's episode, and we'll get to what the problem was. But but it is her. But it makes sense why. But basically, it shows how much of an amateur she was compared to everyone else. Because again, she's still kind of like she still has a long. This basically humbles her. At the same time, it's a confidence killer.
Big time.
And she's like running out in the rain, crying, beating herself down.
Yep.
Doesn't jump, guys. Relax. So, end episode. Today's was really nice.
Yep.
We'll get to that when we get talking about it next week.
Indeed, sir.
Now the co-main, Jellyfish. Mayuru has a job offer.
Yep.
Make some art for Kano's mother's group.
Yep. The Sundolls.
Yep.
And it's crazy because she actually goes to listen to the proposal. But before she listens to the proposal, she tells Kano about
over the phone.
Yep, over the phone.
She's like, I see.
Yep.
Like she's not happy. She is like doesn't want her to do it.
Nope. And Kano, while she's listening to Mahiru talk about these things, we get the real backstory. It flashes before her eyes and therefore our eyes.
Yeah.
As this is all happening. What's the backstory, Matt?
Well, let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you. Yeah.
Well, it's just the way she idolized her mother, wanted her acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
The mother would not give her the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Her class presentation day didn't bother to show up. And Kano, she tries so hard for everything. She even wants to be in this profession, thinking it would get her close with her mother.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
Mm-hmm.
Violence ensues.
Violence is always the answer.
Yep.
It really was in this case, though.
Well, also in your group chat today, yeah. Like, violence is the answer.
Yeah. Nuke him.
No, we're not talking about that here. In case we have those fans.
Oh, God. Anyway,
to get her PTSD, doesn't want Mahiru to.
You didn't sell the story right.
All right,
because you said violence was the answer. So basically, all right, to Matt's point, she idolizes her mother. Her mother knows rights. From the get-go, though, there's one girl in particular whose name I need to find. She was the old center of the group. Let me find her.
Is it Yuki?
I don't know. Let me see.
Or Momoko.
I don't think they show her. Anyway.
I was like, do you know what she looks like?
Black hair, short.
Black hair, shorts. Meru had pigtails.
Maybe. In any case, though.
Well,
So
while you look, I'll look for the name.
yeah. So anyway, so the old front is like, "Oh, you're her daughter," and after the first practice, and she's like, "Yeah," and then she's like, "I wish I was her daughter." Ugh, like talking shit. And she tells her mom. Her mom's like, "Just prove her wrong with your talent," and she does over and over and over and over again. And then a certain scandal happens where the lead act of a festival gets caught smoking cigarettes. And remember, all these girls should remain pure and wholesome, and so they get kicked off. The whole scandal happens. They get kicked off that stage, and the Sun Dolls get their first live big break performance at this festival. And Kano is like, I don't feel like right. Like this shouldn't be the way we get our break. And the girl is like, who cares? We got it. We're all good. The mom, to her part, was just like, it's unavoidable circumstances when we get the shot, so let's make the best of it. And we start to see.
Also, it was Meru.
It was Mero. Okay.
Yeah, she posted
And
the scandal. Yeah.
The people who posted the scandal is the same people that posted the same scandal about Kano earlier in the previous episode. What is it? Look at Reality Idiot or something like that.
Yeah.
Look at the Truth Idiot, something like that. The fucking bitch ass YouTube channel. Come to find out, as basically Mero leaves her phone unattended next to the bathroom, and Kano picks it up. Kano takes a while to figure out the password, eventually figures out the password, and opens up the comment, and it shows that Mero, who was in her group, was the one who caused the scandal. She's the one behind the account. She's the one ruining other like actresses like lives.
It
Other
basically
idols'
doesn't
lives.
want. No, I want your mother. No one else gets close.
Yeah. And so then they get into like a little cat fight, and Mahiru slaps the shit or punches the shit out of Mero.
Yeah, no, she deserved
Rightfully so. She deserved it. Unfortunately, it happened in front of all these people. Her mom
Because
took
of this.
Mero's side.
Yep, ruins the reputation of the group.
Yep.
The group
And they
is
all
more
turn on
important.
her. They all turn on her. They're like, "Oh, this shouldn't she be kicked out? Why do we all have to suffer because of her mistake?" Da 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 da. So, and then that's where the thing goes. And now we travel back in real time where Kano's not happy. And then we hear Mahiru get the pitch. Mahiru is like over the moon, excited. But
Yep,
she asks
and-
your question. She asks Kano's mom, like, "Hey, you're not picking me because I'm in a group with Kano, right?" And she goes, "No." She's like, "I just have an eye for talent, and you're just an uncrafted talent that I want to, get early on." And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "But I'm not good." Myra's like, "I'm not good. Like, there's still things I need to work on." And then she's like, "Yeah, if you look at this picture here, like it's kind of warped." And she's like, "I actually fixed it." And she shows her the fix. And she's like, "I've been going to class to learn better." And she's like, "Wow." She's like, "My eye for talent has never let me down." And she's like, "I want you now more than ever."
Yep.
And then
and basically the deadline for this is around the time where they're going to make a music video.
yeah.
So basically, either pull double duty, stress yourself out, or drop one.
And she chooses to drop fucking
The music video.
No,
So yeah, they're all meeting together, and she tells Kano, "I'm doing this," and then Kano's like, "You ungrateful bitch."
Yeah, like if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here. You hated yourself. You would still be hating yourself if it wasn't for me.
Yeah, you're that jellyfish that doesn't swim.
And Mahiru's expression is just
this
fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's like, so that's what you think of me.
As she's holding back tears that
I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was. And all the girls are sitting there. They're trying to get her like, calm down, calm down, calm down. Nope.
The damage is done.
Done.
Yep. Way to go, assholes.
Way to fucking go, Kano.
So Kano's gonna throw fists to get her back.
Basically. But the point that I remember, I said I wanted to save it for the podcast. And now I got to remember exactly what the point was. But, I remember. It's interesting that if you look at the expressions, right, there's a piece where basically she meets with her father. Her father doesn't call Kano by her stage name, Nodoka. No, she doesn't call her that. She calls her Kano. Right. She's like, "It's been so long since someone called me by my name, Kano." And if you look at the montage that happens as the clips happen, she basically changes. Basically, when they're around everybody and when they're like being like just chill, Kano will call Mahiru what's it called, Euro, or sorry,
Yeah.
what the fuck, Kuro basically means black. She'll call her by her name. Yoru, no, Yoru means night. Sorry, she calls her Yoru, night, night, night. But in their most intimate moments together is when she calls out her name, Mahiru. And that's, you have to look at the differentiation between Yoru and Mahiru, and how Kano has basically blended the two together, and she's basically letting the friendship kind of like take a back burner to the professional aspect. And when you really psychoanalyze things, the whole reason why Kano is really truly about this isn't about friendship, isn't about having everybody succeed. It's more about vindication. And she's let that vindication affect the group to such a high degree, from what she asks of them, the deadlines, the stresses, the requests, the things of that nature. And it's always her other group members that have to pull her back.
That's the thing. She got the 100,000 followers too. Now it's just like it's empty. It feels empty there.
And so there's irony in the title of the anime. Take a look at reality, idiot. No. The title of the show. Sorry, the episode. Take a look at reality, idiot. Now, after everything has gone on, it's Kano that has to face reality because she's an idiot for what she told Mahiru. Not Yoru, Mahiru.
Yeah.
So there's correlation between that.
Yep, and we got like 3 more of this, I think.
And I can't fucking wait, bro. This is a lock in my 5. Lock.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lock in my 5.
Agreed. Very much so. All right, our main event. Tadaima Okaeri.
It's Pride Month, everyone. Happy fucking Pride Month.
We are closing with a gay show.
Yes, and this episode happened to make me cry. So anything that makes me cry automatically gets higher up on the list. Just saying.
But it picks up where we left off. Hikari finding another child around his age.
Yep.
Who he has deemed tomato.
Tomato head.
Yep, because the little parts of the back of his head look like tomato stems.
Yep.
So the baby runs away, and then Masaki's like, "Did you actually say hi to him first?" Like, I didn't. I gotta go say hi. And they see the baby with a father.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Ato Mochizuki. The son's name is Michiru.
Mm-hmm.
And as they are talking, the kids play, and Ato asks Masaki, "Are you an Omega?" He's like, "It's okay. Like, I don't mean disrespect. My spouse was the same way. My spouse was an Omega." And they was like, "Yeah, she passed away last year."
No, it was like within like the last like 3 months.
Okay, sorry. She passed away recently.
Yeah, she passed away like, I think he said like a month ago or something. Like it was really, really, no, it was like, no, she passed away like 3 months ago or something, and they had moved to the neighborhood about 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, he hasn't been home to help with anything, and the fact that she got basically overworked to death.
Yeah.
Taking care of the family and everything.
Yeah, and now he's on bereavement, and he's losing his shit because he doesn't have that person.
Yeah.
But he admits, he's like, I was a shitty father. I unknowingly took advantage of her. Not in a malicious way, but he just, was a workaholic.
He took it for granted.
For sure.
Yeah, and he talks about how Michiru's always been put on a brave face for him. And unfortunately, he has to go back to work. So someone has to watch him. So Masaki actually offers, and Hiromu is not happy about it.
Nope.
Because basically, it's like, your spouse is an Omega. I probably he's gonna take you from me. He's like, it's not like that. So no, just wanted to help out. Like, I never met someone else that was like me. I got to actually get to help him. Hikari's happy with him. Like, it's gonna be fine. So Hiromu caves is like, oh, you're too cute, basically. I can't stay mad at you.
Nope.
So does the babysitting. First day, it's okay. the babies are playing. It's nap time. Michiru wakes up first.
Mm-hmm.
And as he wakes up, he says, Pa. Pa.
Da, da, da.
Like he's looking around.
He was saying Japanese, oto, oto, which
Yeah.
means, da, da,
Yeah.
da, da.
He's searching Masaki's house for his father.
Yep.
And once he realizes he's not here, he finally starts bawling.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, he's been having those brave faces for so long. He never got a chance to emote himself.
Yeah, because he's
like
been basically comforting his father, who's going through all the visible emotions.
Yep.
And he's learned to bottle up his emotions, which is horrible for a child. Truly horrible.
And he's basically lonely because mom's dead and dad's at work.
Yep.
So Masaki holds him, comforts him. Then Hikari, he cheers him up, asks to play more. He's like, but after nap time, because we also get snacks. It's good.
Yep, we got to finish our nap time.
Yep. So he takes him back. He comes down.
Mm-hmm.
The father comes to pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
And he noticed that he was crying because like his eyes were red.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just a little mishap happened. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that he's very grateful. Mr. Mochizuki.
Mm-hmm.
He's very happy with it. And basically, how this ends, more people, we'll get to them.
Yep.
It's Halloween.
That's really fucked up what they did, just so you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
That
It's Halloween. Halloween. Michiru,
tweet.
yeah, and it's like, well, if you say that, you either get candy or something awful happens.
What kind of awful?
You don't want to know.
No, they said fucking we'll tickle you to death. Ooh.
Yeah, basically. And they hear trick or treat. They thought, oh, it's Papa.
Mm-hmm.
They go there. There's these two giant guys in costumes.
Mm-hmm.
They say trick or treat. It's not them. It's not the fathers.
Mm-mm.
So the kids are getting like, what the fuck? Who is this? And basically they get there, like, who are you? It's a set of twins.
And apparently they're Masaki's friends.
No, well, yes, and they're Tomohiro's siblings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, the episode where he started crying and then Masaki comforted him, and then what really got me was Hikari. Oh god, I cried there. It was so nice.
No, all that was really nice.
This is one of the better episodes of the season, bar none.
Yeah, after talk about how it cooled down last week.
Yeah, exactly. Hit us with some feels.
Yep, that's how they reel us in. Now we gotta know about these twins.
And we will.
Yep,
and I bet they're gay too, because it's one big gay family all around.
Well, let's see who's a beta, who's an alpha, who's an omega. We'll find out
on the next episode of Tadaima Okaeri.
But closing thoughts before we get out of here.
Good season, or not good season. Sorry, good week. I should say.
Good week.
Season. Didn't have any real complaints. Even Vampire Dormitory, that always annoys me lately, gave me something to cling on to for the next 3 episodes, the last 3. So that's pretty solid from that perspective. Looking forward to that. But no, outside of that, pretty solid. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up, because this week I'm going to Forbidden Kingdom, and so therefore I'm not going to be watching anime tomorrow or Friday. Well, there's nothing I can watch tomorrow, so that's good.
Forbidden Door is like 3 weeks.
No, Forbidden Kingdom is my EDM show.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm going to EDM Fest.
I can do it first next week.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see how far I'm ahead or behind, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. You know, one thing I need to do though is I need to invest in another hat. Another flag with our Otalku Cafe logo, because I have the old Talk to Keiki logo, and I need the flag post for a flag that I have, and I'm going to take that off and fold it and put it away. So, you know,
we will get that.
I need a flag. We need to design it like we did last time.
Right. But guys, with that, the cafe is closed. You can follow me on Twitter at DamonPhoenix12. Follow him at Showstopper24 and Instagram at AnimeDaisuke24. On my Instagram, it's Nevergarden Cosplay. We also have a link tree for listening to your favorite podcast. But before I do that, follow Otalku Cafe at Otalku Cafe Anime on Twitter. But yeah, we are on Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify, iHeartRadio. If you want the video replay, you can find that on YouTube, on our YouTube channels of the new Dirt Sheet Radio and W2M Network. So we want to thank Dirt Sheet Radio, W2M Network, and Chairshot Radio for hosting us on their platforms. Follow them at W2M Network, at Dirt Sheet Radio, and at Chairshot Media. We also want to thank Sean, our editor. We will be here. Well, I will be here next week.
I hope to be here next week.
But yeah, either way, oyasumi and good night.
Wait, no, we're not going off like that, Matt.
We're not going off like that?
Play the song!
Play the song. Okay.
Play the song one more time before I hit the outro.
Good night, everybody.
Sayonara. Good night, Sick
Bye.
The sun goes to sleep, I find myself in a heap because it hurts so much to be away from you. It makes my day when I get a text from you, but still I say goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I see your face, but hey, it's fine. I know everybody needs a little space. There's no one to blame. Goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I hear your voice, but it's your choice. I can't keep you here forever. Just promise me that you'll come back.